Australia, Israel, and the United States. These three countries will be represented on the hard courts of the Seascape Sports Club in Aptos today. Comcast Cable KRUZ Channel 4 is proud to bring you men's professional tennis once again. It's the championship day of the $75,000 Comerica USTA Men's Challenger. This broadcast is brought to you by Seascape Sports Club, Camp Seascape, Seascape Foods, and Sanctuary Day Spa in Aptos. Hello everyone, so glad to have you with us. I'm Kirsten Fairchild alongside Casey Jackson. This is the longest running men's challenger in the United States. It's in its 19th year. In previous years, this tournament has had a total prize money of $50,000. This year, it's been upgraded to $75,000. The title sponsor of Comerica has come on board. Casey, this is the only men or women's challenger in the United States to receive an upgrade, and everyone seems to be happy about that.
Well, you have to know that this is the cream of the crop. This is the big event in the Challenger Series that they play all year long. I got that quote from several of the players that have played this. This is the one they all want to play. The venue is perfect. It's cooled down a little bit from the hot season. It's the beginning of the hard court season before the U.S. Open, Indianapolis, and it's just a wonderful event. All the families, and it's just really well run.
Seascape Sports Club has been putting on this event for 19 years, and kind of a different flair to the tournament this year. If you were a seed, you were unlucky. The seeded players, both on the singles and doubles, they dropped like flies. Let's talk quickly about the singles championship match. Not only two unseeded players, two players who received wild cards to get into this tournament. We'll see the American Rajiv Ram, a 21-year-old from Indiana, and facing off against the United Kingdom's teenage sensation, the 18-year-old Andrew Murray. What two bright young players these are.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get the United States, really, other than Wimbledon, their first look at the teenage sensation from Scotland, and he is having quite a summer so far with his third round at Wimbledon, and everything's just going really well for him with big wins over Taylor Dent and just a number of great wins, and here in the final of his first hard court tournament in the United States.
We have the doubles coming up first, and we'll see the Australian Nathan Healy and the American Eric Taino from Los Angeles taking on the Israeli team of Noam Okun and Harel Levy. Guess which team's the fan favorite?
Well, you'll all see this, but the Israeli team of Okun and Levy are the definite fan favorite here. They're enormously popular. They're a great doubles team, and they're going to be taking on a veteran in Eric Taino and the big hitter Nathan Healy from Australia.
Looks like we're getting ready for the warm-up of the men's championship doubles match. The warm-up is over, and the team of Levy and Okun won the toss serve. They're up 15-love. Make that a great play by Healy. Healy with the forehand, Okun with the stretch volley. Taino just goes at Levy for 15 all. So nearest the Volvos at the top of your screen, that is the team of Eric Taino from Los Angeles and Nathan Healy in the ad court. Harel Levy, the fan favorite here at Seascape, is serving. His partner is Noam Okun of Israel. Kirsten Fairchild alongside Casey Jackson. This is the Comerica Challenger men's doubles match. Let first serve Sandy French from Albion, California, in the chair today. And it's going to be a lot of fun watching these two teams, Taino and Healy, playing together for the first time. Levy and Okun about the third or fourth time, but they've known each other since they were kids.
Since they were 10, they said. And they're actually really very similar teams in the respect that they both have one big hitter and then they have one other
finesse player.
And
exactly. We just saw it right there.
That's
Eric
Taino,
the masseuse, if you will, for Taino Healy with a beautiful topspin backhand lob. 15-30.
Yeah, the first point was just a simple knockoff winner by Levy, and he had an opportunity in the second point to do the same thing, but just didn't quite knock it off.
Healy with the return into the net, 30 all. Harel Levy, just shy of his 27th birthday, born in Kibbutz Nahasrim, Israel, currently living in Tel Aviv.
Just a wonderful player.
Taino with the lob return, long, and game point for the team of Levy Okun. Noam Okun, a 27-year-old. He is the top-ranked Israeli on this men's tour right now. And he's born in Haifa, Israel, and he's also living in Tel Aviv. Second serve from Levy. And Tano with the volley in the net, although Healy had a nice return, and the Israeli team taking a 1-0 lead. Well, Casey, as you mentioned in the open, it's been rather cool temperatures here at Seascape Sports Club in Aptos, and the players weren't sure how they felt about it.
I mean, in years past, they've all expressed the opinion that it was wonderful to be here. They didn't care about the weather and just absolutely loved the cooler weather. So we're just waiting for the sun to pop out. Don't count on it. It hasn't happened a lot this week so far.
There's a shot of Sandy French from Albion, certainly a familiar fixture on the USTA NorCal circuit, but she does some big professional matches as well, as Levy nets a forehand return for 15-love.
You'll see Nathan Healy here serving, and he is the power on this team. He is going to be bombing in 130-mile-an-hour serves and hitting big old forehands, and you're going to see a lot of great stuff out of him today.
Healy, a 25-year-old. Born in Gosford, Australia, turned pro at the age of 19 in 1999. He's currently 25, and he says he lives on the road. Does not have a place to call home, as can often be the case for men's professional tennis players.
And seriously enjoying the housing that the tournament provides for the players here.
Routine service game for Healy so far, 40-love. He and Tano never played together before. In fact, Tano was playing a match out on the court, and Healy asked him 10 minutes before the sign-up time was over, walked on the court and during the match and said, "Eric, you want to sign up for doubles?"
He said he didn't want to bother him.
Great backhand half volley by Healy. First set tied up at 1 game.
What's also amazing about that, them joining forces just 10 minutes before the cutoff time, is that Eric Tano has some phenomenal wins and has great doubles history, and for him to be available 10 minutes before the tournament is just incredible.
No one snapped him up, but this team, Healy and Tano, upset the top seeded team in this tournament in the second round. That was Jeff Coetzee of South Africa and Jordan Kerr from Australia, and really Tano and Healy have made it look easy.
It's, as is the case, is a lot of times these guys get together last second and first time they played, and it's amazing how much success they do have after having played only together for the first time.
Okun with the volley winner. Noam Okun, the 27-year-old. Not much of a doubles player, Casey, because he's had so much success with his singles.
Absolutely. He doesn't play a lot of doubles. He does it when he can, when he knows he's going to be in main draw in another tournament the following week, so he doesn't have to qualify for the singles. But he is, as you'll see, he's one of the more talented players you're going to see on the challenger circuit, and I've always been impressed with his game.
Healy missing the forehand.
He's an extremely confident player too, as you'll see. He's definitely got some attitude going out there.
Tano with the forehand winner down the alley. Levy just gave him too much room.
Yeah, you gotta keep that net person a little bit honest, and Tano certainly did that there by just actually probably going at Levy at the net, but found the opening and Levy off balance a little bit.
30-15. And again, Healy, who's really got the power return game. We have not seen it so far. Perhaps a little nerves for the young Australian?
I think maybe what Okun's doing is that we talked about this last night, is that he knows that Healy's got this monster forehand. I think he's attacking his strength right now.
And serve volley winner from the doubles team of Levy and Okun as they take a 2-1 lead on serve here in the first set. Let's take this opportunity on the changeover to hear from one of our sponsors.
The primary sponsor of this telecast is the Seascape Sports Club in Aptos. Seascape Sports Club is the premier family health club on the Monterey Peninsula. Family run for over 20 years, Seascape Sports Club has activities for the entire family, including fitness, swimming, tennis, yoga, Pilates, aerobics, dance, volleyball, basketball, and of course, the fun-filled Camp Seascape for kids 3 to 13. And every July, Seascape is the home for an international men's tennis tournament, the one you're watching now. For more information about Seascape Sports Club, please call 831-688-1993 or visit seascapesportsclub.com. Private lessons, clinics, and Camp Seascape are all available for members and non-members. Seascape Sports Club, the place to relax and get fit.
As we begin the fourth game with Eric Tano serving up 15-love.
Amusing point to start Tano's service game, and everybody was taking each other off the court, and Tano had a simple sitter, and he hit it in the net and just popped it right over. Everybody got a little laugh out of that one.
And we've seen the prowess from Eric Tano, the 30-year-old, born in Jersey City, New Jersey, out of Los Angeles, California currently. An unbelievable collegiate career at UCLA, and he has certainly had some big wins on the men's pro tennis tour. Second serve.
A couple of those wins, Bjorkman, Chang. And we'll save his best one for last.
Healy's really going for his shots, Casey, and right now he's missing pretty big.
Yeah, you know, it's a feeling out time in doubles. They're just kind of seeing what's happening out there, and you know, you don't want to get down a break too early, but his best tennis is certainly ahead of him right now.
As Levy pushes forward, looking to be aggressive. And Okun with a good forehand return. And that's one thing Okun does extremely well. Eric Tano, some big wins in doubles, big wins in singles. In fact, this young man beat Roger Federer, world's #1, in 2001 at the Hamlet Cup on Long Island. Tano, we've seen some volley misses, some overhead misses. Perhaps he's a little surprised he's getting so many chances to knock off some winners.
You're not going to see that very often at this level.
Break point for Levy Okun.
But we really have in Tano and Levy and Okun 3 veterans of the game, and there's not going to be a lot of nerves involved here. They're all ready for it. Healy might be the one showing a little bit of nerves, but I'm sure he's going to make a great comeback here.
Noam Okun practicing his backhand swing. We're at deuce. And Tano struggling with his first serve here in his first service game of the match. Couldn't be any better. The topspin forehand lob by Harel Levy, second break point for the Israelis.
I mean, to take that return, Levy just made an awesome return, got it back. Unbelievable first volley by Tano, just great deep serve, but Levy just picked it off and took the second ball, the topspin lob. Just great finesse there by Levy.
Miss hit by Okun off the left-hander serve. Tano, the only left-hander out on the court, back to deuce.
But he's got consistently has a very deep first and second serve, very penetrating.
Again, struggling with the first serve. Healy sets up Okun, and you knew that was going to be trouble. Break point number 3.
Advantage Okun.
Perfect play by Okun. He's got that just solid backhand, and that's what you want to do. Healy's right there. You got to go at him. If he tags him, that's just part of the game. They all understand it. Don't like it much, but you get tagged hard, you don't like it, but it's part of the game for sure.
And Levy hitting the ball wide as Taino finally getting a first serve in, and again back to deuce.
Yeah, there's not going to be much held back emotional-wise with the Israelis. They'll let you know how they're feeling every second. And I'm sure Levy would like to have that shot back, especially on break point.
He'll have a second serve to work with. You know, Taino, although he's missing his first serve, he's sure doing a good job with that second serve.
It's very solid, and he's keeping him off balance. He's not just sticking it into his backhand every time. He's moving it around side to side, and actually caught Levy. Levy got a great swing on that, but really wasn't right where he wanted it.
Game point for Taino Healy. Well done by Healy, and they do capture the game and tie up this first set at 2-all.
Great hands, great cross there by Healy. He has been more known as a double specialist as we watch the cross. Picks it off early, knocks it right down the center of the court. Nobody there. Great move.
Great serve sets up that winner. 15 love.
Can't have much of a better combination than that. Hit the big serve, get the returner off balance, get the lob up, and have your net partner just knock off the winner. Great return.
Root strength, Nathan Healy from Australia, the Israeli team. We had a chance to speak with them beforehand, and they said, we just know Healy is power, power, power. And look at him, look at those arms.
He wants to show those guns off.
The big guns from the Australian.
Very personable young man, though.
Both of them. All of them.
Absolutely.
All
Great
four
move.
of them.
Yeah, it's difficult from up here to see the pace because you're watching the ball going away from the camera, but you can't believe if you were on the side of the court watching this, the actual pace that is going on in the court and the reaction time that these guys have is virtually nil.
Yeah, that's too tough. Healy has reeled it in.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, you know, he got a little bit of the sour strokes right out of his system, came back just hitting really solid returns right now. Certainly the force to be reckoned with that we thought he would be.
Just missing on the first serve. And a solid return by Taino, and that's what he's known for, and he gives his team a breakpoint opportunity.
Well, that's what doubles is about. If you get into a great rhythm in returning, and especially when you're returning at the feet of the server, it's just going to make your job a lot easier.
Big serve by Levy to stay in this game.
Yeah, he jammed Healy a little bit there with his strength. Served him right on his right pocket, which is a great strategy. Oftentimes in doubles, you're going to see a lot of second serves right at the person in the middle of the court, as to not give the opponent the angle.
All right by Levy. Well played, good coverage. As you see, Taino and Healy playing together for the first time did a good job covering one another, but Levy never stopped charging the net.
Absolutely. As we watched Okun just kind of a spectator here watching Levy just take over the point, knock off the winner there. High backhand. Not that easy of a shot.
Game point for Levy Okun. First serve misses wide. And another solid return by Healy. Back to deuce.
Yeah, if he gets time to hit that forehand, you're going to see him run around it, run around his backhand, hit that big forehand. Especially if he has time, he's gonna cause all kinds of problems for the serving team.
Levy and Okun playing some textbook doubles when they're serving.
Taino would have been a little better served, trying to get a little stronger angle off that. Didn't do much with the return, made the job a lot easier for Okun to knock that volley off.
Game point for the serving team.
Deuce.
And a double fault sends it back to deuce. Levy and Okun staying with the local family of Deneen Foreman. Levy has stayed there the past 3 years. Again, one of the benefits of this tournament, the players get to stay with families, housing, don't have to pay for hotels for the week.
Yeah, he's been, since 2001, had some injury problems, hip problems, and before that he was really an up-and-comer for world rankings and with wins over Sampras and the like. He's a great player.
Healy with a volley winner, break point once again for the American-Australian team of Eric Taino and Nathan Healy.
Wow.
Game.
And they've done it, taking a 3-2 lead on serve. This is the championship doubles match of the $75,000 Comerica USTA Challenger. Let's take a look at another one of the sponsors of this broadcast.
Another of our wonderful sponsors of this telecast is Seascape Foods in Seascape Village. Just opened, Seascape Foods is proud to offer organic produce, local and handcrafted wine, specialty beers, cheeses, breads, fair trade coffee, personal care products, baby items, pet needs, unique culinary gifts, and delightful children's items in a friendly environment. Let our chef tempt you with his culinary creations in our full-service deli, featuring rotisserie chicken, gourmet deli sandwiches, panini, delicious salads, prepared entrees, olive bar, and baked goods. Seascape Foods is open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Seascape Foods is located at 16B Seascape Village in Aptos. Stop by or call them at 831-685-3134.
Nathan Healy from Australia serving his team up a break in the first set, 3-2. And a double fault to begin the game.
Well, I was going to say the momentum had definitely gone to the Australian and American, but one of the things that's very difficult is to keep that up right after. And you certainly want to focus on that first point, win that first point, and it kind of gets you off into trying to consolidate the break that they've already gotten.
Just long. And just long, the swing. Boy, talking about getting jammed. Taino tried to get that ball in, but couldn't. And
Not that easy to hit a two-hand swinging backhand volley when
yes.
the ball's hit right at you.
Love 30.
I'm amazed it was that close.
And in big trouble now, love 40. As tennis players know, most susceptible time when giving up a break is when you've just broken.
Yeah, you got to stay on top of it.
A triple break point for Levy Okun.
Healy kind of compounded that with starting off with a double fault in the game.
Call it a break. Tied up at 3-all in the first set. Crowd still trickling in here at Seascape Sports Club. For this championship day, we'll have the singles match for you after this match is concluded. Unseeded Rajiv Ram of Indiana taking on Scotland's Andrew Murray. Should be a fun one. Taino taking out
Great
some frustration for love 15.
From the very first shot there, Taino just was going to take over that point. You could see it and off of his return, just kept moving forward as we watch here. Second ball, second volley, kept moving in, takes the third off, knocks the winner. Great play.
15-all.
And Healy right now seems to be the X factor for this Taino Healy team. As he
Well,
is
I mean,
going,
had
the
such
team
a-
is going.
Yeah, exactly. Had such a great return game last time, but can't get them all. That was a tough serve. Jammed him again.
Kuhn asking for a different ball. Great stretch by Healy, but floats long, 30-15.
30-15.
Very difficult for Okun to lead that ball because after Healy hit that volley, it's very difficult to hold off on hitting that, but great anticipation for that going long. Just deep. Wow, great hands. Tano just took over the center of the court. The ball was just kept coming back. Takes over the last shot on that volley and knocks off the winner. Just has great anticipation of where he thinks the next ball is going to be.
3-all, 30-all first set.
My guess is, though, in professional tennis at 30, he's seen pretty much everything there is to offer. Wow.
Serves it up for Levy, and game point for the Israeli team. That's an excellent point, Casey. Yes, at 30, when you've played players like Federer and Bjorkman and in doubles, played the Bryans, played the Woodies, and you have a doubles partner, Max Mirny. I think you can pretty much say this young man has seen it all.
Yeah, when you're talking about power, him being the finesse player, Max the Beast Mirny was awesome.
And we're back on serve as the Israeli team up 4-3. And your perceptions of this match so far? We've, in past years, when it's come to the doubles final, sometimes we've seen some really contrasting styles of play, like a team that perhaps was solely a return team. But these teams fairly similar.
Yeah, I think they're mirror images of each other. One power player, one great finesse player. But doubles is such a game of momentum, and if you don't keep that momentum, you're going to get in trouble. And as we just saw, the Aussie American team couldn't consolidate the break. I mean, they had everything going their way, and just couldn't keep it going on their own service game. So.
Well, Eric Tano, as mentioned, playing with Max Mirny, beating the Bryan brothers, beating the Woodies from Australia. What great wins to have on your resume.
Yeah, it's fun to listen to guys when you're interviewing them and talking about wins like that and the names that pop up. And the biggest one, of course, Federer, that he beat in the Hamlet Cup in 2001. And I think soon thereafter, it probably wasn't going to be something he was going to do very often again, though. As good as he is.
And speaking of big wins, that is a shot of Harel Levy, the 26-year-old Israeli, and he has certainly had some big wins in his lifetime, especially beating his childhood hero, Pete Sampras.
Great serve.
15 love.
Terrific serve down the middle for 15 love.
With that left-handed serve on the deuce side, if you get it anywhere near that center line, it's going to be get the returner way off court, as we just saw there with Levy.
And Tano coming up with two big serves to begin his service game. Remember, he struggled in his first, but came through.
Great shot. Let me see. Let me take your 125 and right at my body and just rip it cross court for a winner, especially when Healy was making the move on the poach. Nobody there to be found.
Called wide, second serve. Off the side of the wall, and that's one thing, as you heard the cry from Noah Makun. He is really a vocal player.
As they both are, and again, that Tano with that second serve, a jam shot right at the belly button. Caught Okun sleeping a little bit.
First serve missing as we See Healy and Tano electing to mix it up.
Game, Healy, Tano.
As Levy has a look at the line. Healy with some power.
Levy not real convinced that that ball was inside the white line.
Did appear to skid a bit, however. No matter what, we're tied up at 4-all in the first set of the $75,000 Comerica USTA Men's Challenger Doubles Championship match. I'm Kirsten Fairchild along with Casey Jackson, Harel Levy, and his Israeli partner, Noah Makoun, serving at 4-all.
Tough to tell on that replay on that angle from up here whether that ball is good or not.
Healy right there.
15 love.
But number of unforced errors so far.
Yeah, I think what you're going to see now at 4-all, this is like do or die time for the set, get the advantage in the match. You're going to see the intensity of both teams maybe ramped up a bit.
And
Who's that line again?
Healy and Tano just flirting with the baseline, and so far it's been going their way.
He has such just perfect form on his backhand volleys. It's got to be one of his shot strengths.
30, 15.
Levy and Okun, roughly the same age. Okun 27, Levy about to turn 27 in a matter of weeks. Known each other since the age of 10. Have not played doubles too often, however. I found that interesting. The flex still doesn't fall for Tano. 40-15.
Healy a little upset with himself getting that return up a little bit.
What a backhand volley by Okun. And on serve, 5-4 in the first set. As you can see, the shot of the spectators here at the Seascape Sports Club in Aptos. And past years, we've had some blistering hot temperatures at this time of the year. And Monday and Tuesday were nice. And from Wednesday on, it's been kind of miserable.
You know, as a spectator coming out and watching, it's miserable, but I got to tell you today I'm a little happy with the microphone on and under the sun. I'd much rather have the weather that we have right now.
Let's showcase the singles match a little. Rajiv Ram, a 21-year-old from Indiana, born in Inglewood, Colorado, and a University of Illinois former player, taking on well, frankly, the guy everyone's been talking about at this tournament, Andrew Murray, the 18-year-old from Scotland, who reached the third round of Wimbledon. As everyone says, did better than Tim Henman did, and a little pressure for Murray?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think this is something that he's feeling any pressure on. I know everything is kind of new for him, this newfound fame, and everybody wanting to talk to him. I don't think there's a lot of nervousness out there. I'm watching him. He's been playing the future since he was 15, so he's got a lot of experience actually. And I don't think it's really affecting him that much.
Blue sky in the distance.
And especially as he hasn't really been tested yet.
Beautiful volley by Tano.
Great touch, great angle volley by Tano, and we've been watching that all week with his spectacular doubles play.
Healy and Tano have yet to drop a set here at the Seascape Sports Club, despite the fact that they're playing together for the first time.
Yeah, like I said before, it happens quite a bit in these Challengers series and doubles. The first time they play together, they play super well, and they both shook their head.
The big ace by the big Australian for 40-15.
One of the things that they both felt is made them more effective being first-time players is that you have one righty, one lefty, and keep your forehands down the middle of the court.
5-all in the first
games all.
set. And yes, kind of contrary to the Peter Fleming, John McEnroe days, having both forehands out.
Right.
But these two guys really easygoing, Tano and Healy, and they seem to be just working it out as it goes along.
Oh, great move. Healy just waiting as Tano kept the Israeli team at the net, as we see, and picks off that last ball, that last simple little volley that Okun got back and just knocked it out for a winner. Great doubles.
Okun bouncing his toss off his, bouncing the ball off his foot. Well, hey, if Healy's confidence continues to build, it may be a painful day for the Israeli team.
Well, I mean, we talked about the intensity being ramped up a little bit, and Healy just had a great service game. Really took care of his serve a lot better than the previous time.
Big return setting up that winner, love 30.
Tano just waited till the last second to take that shot, cross-court angle, and caught the Israeli team off balance, but just waited till the last second, knew exactly what he wanted to do with it. Danger time now for the Israelis.
Okun delivers the big ace for 15-30.
So what do you do when you're in trouble? You just knock down 125 right down the middle, don't let anybody touch it. That's a great serve. Big point here. Too good.
They're playing their way into form. Tano and Healy, and Eric Tano doing a good job at the net, and it's double break point for the American and the Australian.
Yeah, Okun just didn't do nearly enough with that first volley.
Tano setting up Levy, chastising himself for it.
Didn't affect Healy much. He just walked back, knew he didn't have a chance. I walked back with a big smile on his face. And I think that's one of the things that's really helping this team is that they are very loose and they're not creating a lot of pressure, a lot of intensity on each other. And it's really coming through.
Still break point. Okun goes for the big cheese but misses.
Just missed. Great stuff.
And they've done it. Healy and Tano taking the lead, and a 6-5 lead in the first set here at the Seascape Sports Club in Aptos. Again, this is the 19th year of this Challenger event, the longest running men's Challenger in the United States. And if you listen to the players, the best Challenger?
Yeah, no question. And I didn't really know that until this year when they were a little bit more vocal about it, and we talked about the families, and we want to go on that a little bit more. That the tournament provides the players with housing. A lot of players over the years have come back, stayed with the same families. They get great meals. As I know you're going to get into some of the best. She asked everybody. Kirsten asked everybody what what the best meal that they got at their house
Putting some
was.
pressure on
Yeah,
those
you-
host families. You're going to
Exactly.
have to start taking some cooking lessons. But no, rave reviews
Yeah,
for all the
absolutely.
families housing the players. And again, as we both know from traveling internationally and playing sports, it can be lonely out there, and you can get so homesick. And just to stay with someone else's family and kind of be the hero, if you will, coming in a big men's pro tennis player. A lot of fun for these players.
Absolutely. And I used before I had kids, I did house one gentleman who came back a few years and stayed in touch with him over the years. And one of the best things I ever did.
Who was that?
His name was Craig Campbell from South Africa. Wonderful player.
Taino serving 6-5, 15 love, 3 points away from capturing the first set.
Yeah, let's see if they actually, Taino's held serve pretty easily the last couple times, and let's see if he can take care of his serve and not just close this thing out.
And the athletic Healy, he likes to snowboard in his spare time, and he was getting some air right then and there.
Showing his athleticism there with knocking off a Sampras-like overhead.
Healy doesn't even get out of the way. He knew that was a mistake. 30-15.
Levy, being the gentleman that he is, didn't take advantage of.
Didn't just tattoo him
Yeah.
on his back.
Certainly could have.
Double set point for Healy Taino. Eric Taino, Nathan Healy capture the first set, 7-5 of the championship doubles match here at the 2005 Comerica USTA Men's Challengers. We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsors of this broadcast. And they are our host facility, which is absolutely lovely, whether it's foggy or sunny. The Seascape Sports Club in Aptos. Also Camp Seascape, Seascape Foods and Sanctuary Day Spa, all located within a stone's throw of one another, and glad to have them on board for this broadcast. I'm Kirsten Fairchilds here with Casey Jackson, and the conclusion of the first set of the men's doubles match. Bit surprised perhaps that the Israeli team, which certainly knows one another better on the court, coming up a little short.
Well, you know, it's just, again, it's a game of returns, and right now Taino and Healy are just getting their returns back a little bit better at the key times, and they're consolidating that last break has certainly given them the advantage of this match.
Well, here they are up a set, and I still say we have not seen the best tennis from Nathan Healy.
Well, you know, he's come up with some great stuff, but it's been a little more erratic than what we've seen so far this week. But I think Eric Taino's pretty happy with him so far.
Eric Taino, when he was at UCLA on such a great team, he played doubles with Justin Gimelstob, who played singles here. In fact, UCLA went undefeated. Until the final, the NCAA championship team match, they lost to Stanford. However, UCLA had such a dominating season and had beaten them 4 times, I believe, that UCLA still ended up ranked #1 at the conclusion of the season. Getting ready for the first game of the second set, Okun with the serve, and the service winner for 15 love.
Yeah, that's a great college career that Eric Taino had. And now we can see why he is in such demand, although in this tournament not in huge demand, because Healy got him 10 minutes before the cutoff time, but he's had some great partners over the years.
And 30 love for Noah McCoon. McCoon began playing tennis at the age of 8. A little bit older when you talk to some of these players. Andrew Murray began at the age of 3. So Kuhn misses his first serve.
They said that with the Sports Institute, they knew he was a good athlete, but at the Sports Institute that he and Levy went to, they kind of feel out what sport they think they're going to gravitate towards, and he became a real strong international junior player very early, and obviously here we are today. Great series.
Big ace for 40-15. That's right, in Israel. I believe Levy and Okun in their hometowns. The schools actually look at the students and see which demonstrate coordination and skill. And both of them ended up going to an institute and becoming roommates when they were growing up. Okun holds easily, and Levy Okun taking a 1-love lead in the second set. Along that same line with the Israeli players, they are all required to have a stint in the Army, and in the age, I believe, of 18 and 21. And Harel Levy has played at the Seascape Challenger 5 times, and I believe the first time we saw him, Casey, that we met him, he had just gotten out of the Army.
And he was just taken off as a great prospect at the time, had great success here, and we all were anticipating great stuff as he's shown great potential, but that hip injury in 2001 really put a damper on his career.
Healy, the Australian, serving love one second set, and it's a double fault by Healy. Healy, whose childhood idol was Stefan Edberg, and says he tries to resemble the play of Roger Federer. Boy, we heard Stefan Edberg a lot this week.
He's just Edberg, what a beautiful player. Everybody would love to mirror that image.
And also such a classy guy. And Levy misses a prime opportunity there as Tano has a laugh. And the spectators as well. That could have been dangerous.
Yeah, I think he was expecting that thing to be rifled right at him. Seeing some of the pressure taken off a little bit, it looks like to Healy. Looks like he's going for a little bit more on his first serves at this point, after having won the first set.
Errant volley for 15-30. Nathan Healy, the 25-year-old Australian, the last person in the singles draw, the last person straight in. And Healy losing in the first round to an unseeded Brazilian player. But here he is with Eric Tano in the doubles final and up a set. Again, the different formation shown. This time paying off for 30-all.
Okun seems to be getting a little more frustrated with each point.
I think the Israeli team has been a little quiet today. Usually they're talking to each other. I asked Levy if they were fighting, and he said, just like brothers, just like brothers.
I haven't seen their rhythm yet. They haven't got into their rhythm that we've seen, and if you know they're in the rhythm, Levy's actually doing a lot of little soccer things, kicking the ball like trick little plays and heading balls off with his head. Haven't seen that yet.
Big serve by Healy, evening the second set at 1 apiece. And Levy will serve. As you can see, I'm sure those are non-marking soles from Nathan Healy. Differently attired compared to the other players on the court. Levy serving 1-all second set, his team trailing 1-0 love.
Great lob.
Tano. Sun's not out, but he had a lot of time to think about that.
He hides his face a little bit in his shirt.
I love a spectator says, "It's okay, Eric."
These guys aren't used to making overhead errors like that.
Well done by Levy.
Yeah, don't count the Israeli team out. It was a close first set. They were in it the whole way up until the last break at 5-all. And they've been around the block. They've seen this stuff before. They're not going to get their heads buried. They want to come back and win this thing.
Good coverage by Tano, but well played by Okun, and that was a classic doubles point.
Yeah, little angles by all players from side to side, and Okun just picks off that volley, sticks it back to the open court.
Levy holds easily on serve in the second set. The American and Australian leading 1-0. Let's take a look at one of our sponsors.
The primary sponsor of this telecast is the Seascape Sports Club in Aptos. Seascape Sports Club is the premier family health club on the Monterey Peninsula. Family run for over 20 years, Seascape Sports Club has activities for the entire family, including fitness, swimming, tennis, yoga, Pilates, aerobics, dance, volleyball, basketball, and of course, the fun-filled Camp Seascape for kids 3 to 13. And every July, Seascape is the home for an international men's tennis tournament, the one you're watching now. For more information about Seascape Sports Club, please call 831-688-1993 or visit seascapesportsclub.com. Private lessons, clinics, and Camp Seascape are all available for members and non-members. Seascape Sports Club, the place to relax and get fit.
Fitness not a problem out here this week. We've had cramping past years because of the weather. I think it's pretty safe to say we haven't had any issues of cramping. It's been very cool all week long for all the players. In fact, some of them remarking it's too cold, but well, I guess the alternative, I'd rather have too cold than too hot. As Healy with a forehand volley error into the net.
As a player, I always wanted the sun out a little bit. And as a broadcaster, it's funny. I want to see it go away as we see it peeking out right now. Yeah.
Love 15. And the sun really starting to show itself here.
Yeah, I've heard that one this week so far a couple times. Just doesn't stay.
15.
Okun looking up to his friends. Okun staying as well at Deneen Foreman's house, and both Okun and Levy saying the best brownies ever made by Deneen Foreman, and those brownies bring them luck, and they have them after every meal, after every dinner.
Yeah. Is that Denise? No, Denise. Sorry.
Whoa. Smokes. Look out if Levy starts getting fired up.
Well, that's certainly is a hit or miss shot as Levy takes that strong volley, knocks off an overhead from the baseline. That's a horribly difficult shot.
I was going to say, you don't see that every day.
No.
Beautiful second serve by Tano.
I saw Okun making a move to run around, hit the forehand, and I don't know if Tano saw it or not, or if he was just going there the whole way. But what a great spot to hit that second serve in. Nobody home.
You get the impression that Tano is always thinking out there.
Absolutely.
Another
40,
deep serve. 40-30. Big return by Noam Okun.
Okun just shrugged his shoulders like, finally. He's been looking to hit that one a little bit more often.
Okun reaching the semifinals here in singles. losing in straight sets to Rajiv Ram, who we'll see a little bit later on facing Andrew Murray in the singles championship match.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Ram much, but you're going to see some big kid that can play tennis.
Double fault in the laugh by Tano, but I'm thinking he doesn't think it's that funny as the Israeli team now has a break point.
No, he's not amused at all. That's more of just giving yourself a hard time for hitting a double fault at a really bad time.
Healy with a stab, backhand volley winner, brings it back to deuce.
Deuce.
It's usually what you're looking for is if you're down a break point, something like that, and Healy's looking to make a move if he can, looking for a serve that he can make a move on, and got it there. Strong move.
Left. Serve.
I love Tano's expressions on the court, and boy, he just really has a loose swing on that backhand. It's pretty to watch. Game point for Tano Healy.
Tano a little fortunate there and getting that let cord and knocking off the winner as we just saw. Whoa.
What a point! Talk about your coverage. Excellent court coverage by the Israelis.
Great stuff by Okun down the line there, picking off the reflex ground stroke, if you will. Unbelievable stuff. We watch him come up with stuff like that all the time, though. He did that on break point with a backhand yesterday. Just gets down so low for the ball.
They are certainly shot makers. Back to deuce. Levy runs it down. Okun guessed right, but just couldn't handle the power.
Yeah, it's normally a very simple shot for the net player to take that overhead, and as we saw, Healy just looking for a spot where it's going to be the receiving team's going to be vulnerable, and certainly found it there.
Deuce.
Healy can't believe it. Healy off camera was reenacting his robbery, if you will.
You know, it's not a normal move. I think he really wanted to end that game and was going to make the move on a second serve. Not a common thing to do with making a move on a second serve, but certainly got something he could hit there. Just didn't execute it.
Advantage. Tano.
Communication between Healy and Tano. It's their advantage in this rather long service game for Eric Tano.
It's certainly time now for the Israelis to make a move. They need to make something happen here pretty quick.
Again, Healy having some problems at the net. Too easy?
Yeah, Israelis a little lucky there. I mean, two game point balls in a row that Haley's dumped into the net. Pretty unforced. You're not going to see that on the ATP Tour very often, especially in a final.
Late call, but correct call. Second serve. Levy going for a little too much as Healy redeems himself. Another game point.
That was certainly the most difficult of the net shots that he has tried to hit in the last few points. Sometimes a little easier to hit the hard, more difficult shot that you have to chase down a little bit more.
Out.
And overruled by the chair umpire as Okun helpfully puts out how far out it was, and not too much protestation from Healy and Tano. Back to deuce. Let's take a look.
I've always found it amusing when a player gives you actually the distance that the ball he claims was out. I never quite bought into that.
Is that kind of like I caught a fish this
Yeah,
big?
exactly. But Okun was certainly letting them know that it was a good 4 inches long.
And it looks like we're missing some tennis balls down on the serving side of the net, and that is the reason for the slight delay. So Eric Tano serving, continuing to serve, again at deuce.
I don't know if it's my old eyes or not, but I thought I saw that ball come right down the line.
Well, it wasn't as far out as Okun gestured, that's for sure. Second serve. Just wide by Okun, and another game point for Eric Tano. What a pretty volleyer he is.
Yeah, he's just, he's not trying to do a ton with it unless he, has a sitter that he can put away. But for the most part, he's just trying to keep his opponents on the baseline as much as he can. Just get volleys back nice and deep.
And Healy, yeah! He got that backhand volley winner, and the crowd rewards him for it. 2-all.
Third time the charm on that one.
2 games all.
We knew he was going to get one of those sitters eventually.
As you can see, Tano and Healy having a laugh. Eric Tano played at UCLA from 1993 to 97. Just short, a few credits short of getting his degree. He played 1 through 3 singles, played 2 or 3 doubles, and partnered with Justin Gimelstob, who was seeded here but lost in the first round in singles. Also played with Matt Green, and Eric Tano, a history major down at UCLA, and plans on going back and getting that degree sometime as he commits the forehand error, and it's 15-love for the Israelis. Great return by Healy for 15-all.
15-all.
I think Healy is one of the double specialists. There were many double specialists here that didn't get it through the draw, and he's one of the real fine doubles players in the world. And concentrating a little bit more lately on his singles. Wants to get a little bit higher ranking in singles.
Israelis with the winner for 30-15.
He certainly has the game to do it. Big game.
Nathan Healy, who partnered with Paul Hanley, best win in doubles against Knowles and Nestor.
It's as big as it gets right there.
Not too shabby, and won a round at the Australian Open this year, beating Flavio Cerreta in the first round.
Yeah, it's a nice play.
30-all.
Double fault for 30-all.
But the Israelis really need to stay away from little mental errors like that. It's getting too late in the match for that. I'm a little surprised their potent little fan base isn't a little more vocal at this point.
I was thinking the exact same thing. It's really quiet here. Levy shows his athleticism for the winner.
30.
They've been kind of quiet, but all of a sudden when a spectacular shot comes up like that, a little volley, and that they get loud. But I would be surprised. I'm a little surprised they're not like in between points cheering them on, trying to get them pumped up.
Of course, the two players converse in their native language of Hebrew, but Levy doing some American imitations on the court yesterday with an "oh wow" that was drew a big laugh.
Yeah, that was really funny. Oh, huge.
The return winner by Healy sets up deuce.
Wow. Just takes that off. Little inside out backhand down the line. Great shot. Just left Levy standing still, flat-footed. Not much you can do with that one.
Second serve.
Wait, please.
Placed well by Okun.
Bad advantage, Okun.
Yes, he has a game point.
I think Okun was caught off a little bit off balance there. I think he thought that Levy may pick that one off as he try and take that weak return. But he didn't go anywhere. Great overhead off of it though.
Game, Levy, Okun.
And the Israelis take a 3-2 lead on serve. Time for us to check out another sponsor of this broadcast.
Another of our wonderful sponsors of this telecast is the Sanctuary Day Spa in Seascape Village. Transport yourself to another world, a world free from stress and tension, a place where nurturing, stress relief, and relaxation start the moment you arrive. Rejuvenate in one of our 3 steam showers and experience true day spa treatments in one of our 13 treatment rooms. Revive and renew your body, mind, and spirit at Sanctuary Day Spa, a true day spa experience. We are proud to announce the opening of our medical spa with Dr. Murray as medical director. Experience Botox, restyling, photofacials, and laser hair removal in a safe and relaxing environment. Sanctuary Day Spa is located at 16A Seascape Village in Aptos. Find them on the web at www.sanctuarydayspa.com or call them at 831-688-7727.
Healy serving 2-3 second set, up 1-0 for this men's championship doubles match.
Great hands.
Can't get any better than that. The winner of this match, the team will split $4,650, but each player will earn 60 ATP doubles rankings points, and that's huge.
Yeah, that's.
It's a lot of points.
I mean, the money's decent, but the points are what they're looking for. Get themselves into bigger events and where there's actually more money. That's what they're looking for. Oh! Reflex center there. Wow.
What a stinging
reflexes.
backhand by Okun as well.
Great reflexes by all players. Everybody's involved. Levy just couldn't quite get his racket on that last ball.
Oh. 40 love.
That would have been trouble, but instead it's 40 love.
I think Tano was there, but not a whole lot he's going to do with something like that after it dumps off the top of the net. But he's such a balanced player. He just seems to be in the right place every time and never in the bad spot. Oh.
Huge serve to capture the game. 3-all the score in the second set, and the Israelis serving and down 1-0.
As you watch him, Nathan Healy walk around a little bit, kind of has that Hewitt swagger to him, you know. It's it's just you know, just an Aussie dude coming out and playing some ball, knock the ball around a little bit with my mates.
15 love.
That's bad. I gotta stay away from that. I know. Okay.
15 love. I was actually going to say when we were having a chance to chat with Nathan Healy, he kind of comes across as an international guy. He's been to a lot of different countries, you can tell.
Yeah. What a talent.
Just, ooh. Well, I thought it was long for my distance, but the baseline umpire.
Get a picture of that.
Let's take a look.
I think tough to see from here at this angle, but from live, as I was watching the ball, it looked like it was clearly out. As we see it land there.
Levy having some fun with one of our lines umpires.
They won't spend a lot of time arguing, but I think they're pretty sure that ball was long. Just one more time, guys. Show us where it was.
The problem with Healy hitting so hard, right? It's a little hard to overrule if you're, you know, following the point. See ya.
I heard a couple rallying calls there from some of the Israeli fans here.
You hang 'em, we bang 'em. Yeah, you better look lively sitting in those front rows. No falling asleep.
It's almost like we need to
Catch
going to a baseball game. Bring a baseball glove with you.
Or your
40,
face
15.
mask. 40-15 the score.
The racket might help that situation too. Just hold it up and knock it back out there.
Game.
Unbelievable serve out wide.
Well, it's nice that that questionable call didn't cost him anything. So, kind of spilt milk at this point.
All right, Casey, many fans here enjoying doubles. Of course, tennis fans make up the bulk of the spectators, and most of them do play doubles. But let's talk a little bit about the singles match.
You're really
What
itching
an
to get to the singles
opportunity.
match. I know.
Well, I think it's amazing. Andrew Murray received the wild card from this tournament to get into the draw. His ranking was not high enough at the time of the cutoff date to get into this draw. Now, Rajiv Ram was given a wild card by the USTA to get in the draw. Here they are in the finals. Everyone's looking pretty darn intelligent.
No question. And these are players that are all both up and coming. I think everybody recognizes it. You're gonna see some just beautiful tennis out there this afternoon. And throughout the week, you see they talk about the seeds being dropped off, and the cream will always rise to the top in this tournament. And the seeds always go early. And as you'll see, they're all fine players, but really the best ones end up in the finals.
Rom 21, Murray 18, just turned 18, and a lot of folks been following these two players all week. But right now it's the doubles final. Tano Healy serving down 3-4 on serve in the second set.
Big time for the Israeli team here.
Healy took something off that, but Okun still couldn't get his racket on it.
15 left.
And Tano and Healy, just again, they get the good fortune of the lead cord, as we'll see here in a second, and it just kind of pops up, and they get the simple shot to hit off the winner off of. You see it right there.
Tano comes right back with an ace for 30 love. We've had some fun points in this doubles final.
Yeah, it's just, I love doubles. I love watching doubles, and at this level, it's just a true joy. Just you just see how quick the game really is. Ooh.
The finesse man has some power of his own. 40 love.
I think he was remembering that last overhead that he hit and wasn't going to make that same mistake again. Certainly a little emphasis on that put away there.
Game. Healy, Tano.
And Tano holds easily 4-4 all. Second set.
Okun actually had that. If he'd just gotten that thing over the net, that was a winner.
Noam Okun getting ready to serve. He likes to head to the beach for his hobbies and watching movies and listening to Israeli music. This is his second time here. He's been a semifinalist both times in the singles. His first time playing doubles in the doubles final, as Tano misses out wide. And Noam Okun's best singles win beating Martin Verkerk when he was number 15 in the world, and also beating Thomas Enquist last year, 7-6 in the third at Indianapolis, and that's where Okun is headed into the main draw next week. And a number of players from here headed to Indy. An unbelievable lob. Good effort by Healy and Tano, but in vain.
Tano thought he had that covered. A great topspin lob by Okun, as we see here. Watch Tano just trying to, he almost got it. We talk about Levy's win over Sampras. It just so happened to be on red clay, though. They're not one of Sampras's best surfaces. Still a win, though.
I wouldn't think it was Levy's best surface either. So maybe that's the equalizer.
Maybe.
Game, Levy Okun.
And Levy Okun hold for 5-4. And let's take a look at another sponsor of this broadcast.
The primary sponsor of this telecast is the Seascape Sports Club in Aptos. Seascape Sports Club is the premier family health club on the Monterey Peninsula. Family run for over 20 years, Seascape Sports Club has activities for the entire family, including fitness, swimming, tennis, yoga, Pilates, aerobics, dance, volleyball, basketball, and of course, the fun-filled Camp Seascape for kids 3 to 13. And every July, Seascape is the home for an international men's tennis tournament, the one you're watching now. For more information about Seascape Sports Club, please call 831-688-1993 or visit seascapesportsclub.com. Private lessons, clinics, and Camp Seascape are all available for members and non-members. Seascape Sports Club, the place to relax and get fit.
Seascape Sports Club, the site of the 2005 Comerica USTA Men's Challenger. Tough second set, tight second set. Nathan Healy of Australia and his partner Eric Tano serving 4-5. They're up 1-0.
Oh, man. That ought to get the fan base going.
Levy looking up at his coach, and let's take another look at this.
Again, great reflex volley time. Face to face, both guys at the net. Levy just barely gets his racket on it and just hits the tough shot that
I
Healy
think he
couldn't
got
get.
the throat of the racket on that. I don't even think that hit any strings.
That's okay, it all counts.
That's right. Foot fault called, our first of the day, as Healy first looks at the line umpire and then up at the chair umpire, and an untimely call, love 30.
That's a pretty rough call. Usually you want to, there's no rule that you have to give them warning, but generally you want to let them know that it's getting pretty close, and pretty rough call at love 15. Clear advantage of the Israelis to get into this match and may go 3 sets.
As their
Little
feet
opening for
are
them.
moving for the Israeli team.
Definite opening for the Israeli team.
How do you like that? No foot fault, no
there.
fault of any kind. 15-30. Yeah, Healy's got some of that Hewitt swagger
yeah.
after all.
There's a little anger behind that serve. So watch the
Levy's going to actually walk. Both of them thinking that serve was long. No matter what, it's 30-all. No overrule.
as you watch the formation that the the American and Aussie team played on that ad side, I think they were feeling Okun may have been getting on Healy's serve a little bit, so they get into the formation where you got to change it up a little bit, and that Aussie formation is very effective.
Big side as they come back 3 points in a row and a game point for 5-all. There's the formation Casey was talking about. Serve misses out wide.
I'll have him serve to one side and let him know what move he's going to make, but I think that's already preset here. Oh!
Taino almost flexed that one back. Instead, it's deuce.
Intensity level is certainly picked up here.
I think the crowd's a little more into it.
Oh. And the points, the quality of the points have gone right along with that and have picked up as we get into crunch time. Wow. Again, the net team of Taino and Healy just trying to get the ball back, trying to make sure that they're not trying to do anything big with it. They just want to keep getting it back, let the opponent make the mistake, which Okun did.
We've seen some unbelievable down the line backhand winners by Okun this tournament, and he sure could have used one now on that last point. Second serve, but game point for Healy Taino.
Yeah.
5-all the score of the second set. Taino and Healy winning the first set 7-5. Let's take another look.
Again, off to the forehand of Okun. Okun just looking to do a little bit too much with it as it goes wide there.
Levy lets out a cry of frustration, love 15.
Big moment in the match here for the Israeli team. You want to take care of that first point, get off to a good start in the game that's going to potentially cost you the match, and didn't take care of that one. Taino's such a tough returner of the ball, though. Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness.
I was about to say that was the best volley I've seen all day, but run down by Healy. Let's take another look.
Great return by Healy, and then Levy just makes that great volley. Then Okun hits that short angle, and Taino with his right hand almost gets that back over the net. What a great point.
Good point. Remember, he's left-handed.
Oh, yeah. Just kidding. Oh.
Healy with the stretch, but long. 30-15. Australia, Israel, and the United States all on display here this afternoon in this men's doubles match, and they're doing their countries proud. What a great match this is.
A lot of fun. Great first serve.
Double game point for the Israeli team. This is where they got in trouble in the first set, gave up the break right here and lost the set 7-5. Just long. Taino with the right idea, but too much, as Taino and Healy will serve trailing 5-6 in the second set. However, they are up 1-0 as the Bees have come out for us. I'm Kirsten Fairchild along with Casey Jackson. You're watching Comcast Cable KRUZ Channel 4's coverage of the 2005 Comerica USTA Men's Challenger. Previously a $50,000 event. Now a $75,000 event, and I like what Harel Levy said. And next year, perhaps a $100,000 event.
And he'll be back.
and he will be back. 5 times Harrell Levy has played this tournament. You know, I think Casey, at the end, near the end of his life, perhaps someone will ask Harrell Levy about the great love affairs in his life, and I think he can say the Seascape Sports Club in Aptos is one of them. They absolutely love him here.
Yeah, it is. It's something that he will never forget, and certainly the people that have been out to watch him will never forget him, because he's so open to the crowd, wants to talk to everybody, and very personable. Remembers people's names. It's incredible. You know, he just meets them for a couple minutes and remembers their name afterwards, and it's just been a joy to have him around.
He reached the finals here a few years ago, and this is his first day since then on the championship day, and it really appears like he's having fun out there. Glad to be back. Tano serving 5-6, second set.
They'd like to do nothing more than go to a third set here. Starts here.
Healy teasing a bit. 15 love.
Healy wasn't going to take any chances. If it looked like the thing was going to come down and drop on the line, he was going to be right there.
Okun, awaiting return of serve, is the highest ranked player on the court in singles. However, he's the lowest ranked player in doubles. Current doubles ranking 387. His partner, Harrell Levy, 146.
But that doubles ranking is
There
strictly
you go.
because he's been concentrated on singles. Great shot down the line.
Okun ranked 155 in singles. Levy at 266.
See, that shot was a great example of to be successful, you don't necessarily have to pound the ball 120 miles an hour. That was just a nice touch right down the line.
Great serve by Tano. Healy takes advantage with the tomahawk into the back row. Nice catch. .30-15.
Healy moves so well that not that easy guy to lob, being the youngest guy on the court.
That's right. Now, Coons, struggling a little bit. Casey, what do you think?
Well, you know, we did talk a little bit last night, and one of the things he did feel is it's very difficult for him, for some reason, to stay focused in a match throughout the whole match. And it was actually a confession that I was really surprised at, but he does have a hard time staying in the match.
Tano Healy hold. We're at a tiebreak. 6-all in the second set, and the Israeli team will serve first. Remember, in a tiebreak, 1st to 7, win by 2. Tano and Healy captured the first set, 7-5.
So he's back to Okun a little bit. He's such a great talent that sometimes I think it is harder for the really talented players to stay focused.
Big serve by Okun. Tano and Healy will serve love 1.
Great start to the breaker for the Israeli team.
And Healy and Tano chatting it over as they're down in the Aussie formation.
Great return. Oh.
Sapir Tano hadn't gotten up yet from that crouch as Levy makes the play. We're at 1-all.
What a great combo there.
We're at 0 serving 2. My apologies. Forgot about that big ace by Okun on the first point. How could I?
Great time for the Israeli team to impose their will. Otherwise, they're going home.
The net court sends it wide. Levy to serve, 2-1 in the tiebreak.
With the mini break.
Crowd very quiet.
Nice sized crowd so far. Warming up for the Singles final. Nope.
2-0.
Levy with 2 back-to-back errors loses the mini break up at 2-all.
Looking up to his coach and saying, I don't know what happened. It's called great return by Healy.
Second serve. Oh! I'd like to see them try that again.
Wow.
3-2, Tano.
Again set up by the great low return here by Tano, and then he knocks off the overhead right there. Just a beautiful play. The running overhead.
Levy keeps looking up at his coach, Ayel Ron. Ayel Ron, a former tour player, will be the Davis Cup captain for Israel this year. Expect both of these players to play for him. And wow, Tano and Healy have turned as the players switch sides of the court. A 4-2 lead for the Australian and American, just 3 points away from holding up the hardware.
Lingering.
And Tano and Healy again chatting it over. Good communication between these first-time partners and good success so far. Remember, they have yet to drop a set in this tournament. And Healy was tipped over that net. He was so on it, and a 3-point lead for Tano Healy. Levy O'Kuhn. It's getting to be now or never for these two.
Levy giving himself his racket a hard time after that return. Knew he didn't do enough with it. It's a great serve.
He has come up with the big serves, that's for sure. 3 serving 5.
Left.
Look for Tano just to get this ball back and low. Don't be surprised if Levy makes.
O'Kuhn guessed right, but didn't deliver. Match point for Healy and Tano.
Almost fitting after talking to O'Kuhn last night and having to look at Healy's 125-mile-an-hour serve here at the end. He's going to get a second serve here. Something to hit.
Out.
6-4.
Still match point.
O'Kuhn did his job. He's telling Harrell that I got mine. Now it's your turn.
6-4, the score in the tiebreak. And they still look as loose as can be.
Absolutely.
Nathan Healy and Eric Tano trying to serve it out right here.
Great serve.
And they
Finish.
do! 7-5, 7-6, 7-4 in the tiebreak. The first time pairing proves to be successful. Nathan Healy of Australia, Eric Tano of Los Angeles, the 2005 Comerica USTA Challenger Doubles Champions.
Presentation here on center court.
Absolutely great
Let's
match.
give these guys and the sponsors
Tano and
on this
Healy,
event another round
great
of
success
applause
for a first match. We watch match point coming up here with Healy serving. We're not going to see that as he served it out wide to get that match. Great point. Great match for the first-time team.
First of all, the people that work behind the scenes, volunteers, I think everybody knows who they are that's helped out with this tournament. And of course, especially Judy Welsh, and also my brother, who helped out tremendously for this whole tournament. So I just want to say thanks to all the volunteers and all the ball kids and everybody that's put in some time.
As the two men sitting down and having a celebratory banana.
I think that will change in a little bit. That's as they get their showers and go out and have a nice dinner. And
to Mike Fulton,
great looking team.
And Chief Executive Officer of Comerica Bank, and also a resident of Capitola.
You're watching KRUZ Channel 4's coverage of the 2005 Comerica USTA Men's Challenger Tournament, and let's check in with one of our sponsors.
Another of our wonderful sponsors of this telecast is Seascape Foods in Seascape Village. Just opened, Seascape Foods is proud to offer organic produce, local and handcrafted wine, specialty beers, cheeses, breads, fair trade coffee, personal care products, baby items, pet needs, unique culinary gifts, and delightful children's items in a friendly environment. Let our chef tempt you with his culinary creations in our full-service deli, featuring rotisserie chicken, gourmet deli sandwiches, panini, delicious salads, prepared entrees, olive bar, and baked goods. Seascape Foods is open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Seascape Foods is located at 16B Seascape Village in Aptos. Stop by or call them at 831-685-3134.
Another of our wonderful sponsors of this telecast is the Sanctuary Day Spa in Seascape Village. Transport yourself to another world, a world free from stress and tension, a place where nurturing, stress relief, and relaxation start the moment you arrive. Rejuvenate in one of our 3 steam showers and experience true day spa treatments in one of our 13 treatment rooms. Revive and renew your body, mind, and spirit at Sanctuary Day Spa, a true day spa experience. We are proud to announce the opening of our medical spa with Dr. Murray as medical director. Experience Botox, restyling, photofacials, and laser hair removal in a safe and relaxing environment. Sanctuary Day Spa is located at 16A Seascape Village in Aptos. Find them on the web at www.sanctuarydayspa.com or call them at 831-688-7727.
Welcome back to KRUZ Channel 4's coverage of the 2005 Comerica USTA Men's Challenger Tournament. I'm Kirsten Fairchild with Casey Jackson and our championship doubles team. Next to me, Nathan Healy of Australia. Next to him, Eric Tano of Los Angeles. First of all, congratulations, guys. Nathan, let me start with you. This was a first-time pairing. What a successful pairing. Why do you think the two of you were so successful?
Well, I mean, we've been around the traps for a while now. We've experienced doubles players. And, you know, so we just basically played our own games and we gelled nicely. So,
why do you think that you were so successful against an Israeli team that has played together a number of times and are such good friends?
Well, I like the left-right combination. I haven't really tried it before, and yeah, so it was, I don't know, we just played really well all week, and we just, you know, continued it all the way through to the final. And yeah, we were patient enough to let our games, you know, come when we needed it, and yeah, it helped, especially in the tiebreak.
You got a big shack, and you've got some Baccarat crystal. Pretty nice week here in Aptos.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, yeah, this is just a bonus. I mean, it was a great week. It was fun, and it's a beautiful place to be. It actually reminds me of Australia, and there's not too many places in the world that I say that to, so it's great.
Thanks, Nathan. Casey?
Guys, congratulations. Eric, talk a little bit about the experience of coming back. You've been here several years now, and talk about what brings you back.
I think it's the start of the hardcourt season, the U.S. hardcourt season, so it's always good to be back and just get the rhythm back on the hardcourts after a lot of guys playing a long grass court season. So it's just a good atmosphere to come back here. The courts are pretty good speed or personally for me, I like playing out here, just it's court type, and you know, it's a good atmosphere to play.
So talk about the match a little bit. What do you think was a turning point? You guys didn't drop a set all week. What was the turning point in today's final in your estimation?
we were able to fight off a couple long service games, especially one game of mine, and I think that was sort of key. So we sort of kept the momentum on our side, or at least even for the whole match, and we came up with some pretty good returns at key moments.
You certainly did. So what's next for you guys?
We're both going to Tarzana down in Southern California to play a challenger out there.
Are you playing together? Are you going to play doubles together by chance?
No doubles there for me.
Just singles. Well, congratulations, and it was a joy watching you both and meeting you both, and continued good luck in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They each got a check for $2,325. More importantly, 60 ATP ranking double points. Remember, this tournament is the last tournament to qualify for the U.S. Open cutoff. A big thanks and congratulations to Nathan Healy, Eric Tano. Well done, guys.
Thank you very much.
We're going to take a short break and come back with the championship singles match of the 2005 Comerica USTA Men's Challenger in just a moment.
Hey, babe. Want to watch a little TV?
Well, only if you promise to aimlessly flip through the channels till you find that obscure Western that started 19 minutes ago that I don't want to watch. So I grab for the remote, causing a tussle that turns into a scuffle that ends with my best porcelain poodle in pieces.
No, I was thinking we'd try On Demand.
Huh.
If you have Comcast Digital Cable, you have On Demand with thousands of free movies and shows that start instantly. Satellite can't give you that.
I'm not what you would call a do-it-yourselfer. Like that time with my new HD TV. Thankfully, to get high-def programming from Comcast, I didn't have to install anything myself. One call and they did the rest. Now I get all these great HD channels, HD TV on demand, even an HD DVR, all without buying any expensive equipment. They really saved me from myself.
That's HD made easy. Comcast. Get an exclusive rebate from Comcast when you buy a Panasonic HD TV from Comcast.Panasonic.com.
Experience the internet like never before with Comcast high-speed internet. Powered by 100% pure broadband, you can watch the news unfold in full streaming video on Comcast.net, which also gives you access to your 7 different email accounts, even when you're away from home. There you'll also find The Fan, a unique way to view videos and content, and The Assistant, which lets you keep customized information on screen at all times. Only from Comcast high-speed internet. Nothing else comes close.
Andrew Murray, the 18-year-old, serving first here in the singles championship match. You're watching the 2005 Comerica USTA Men's Challenger Men's Professional Tennis Tournament on KRUZ Channel 4. Rajiv Ram, the 21-year-old from Carmel, Indiana, with the volley winner, love 15.
First point just happened to preview exactly what's going to happen in this match. Raj Ram, as he likes to be called, is going to impose his will, his style of game, which is trying to get to the net. And Murray's going to be more of a counterpuncher and baseliner.
15-all.
Big serve from Murray for 15-all. Andrew Murray, the talk of this tournament. In fact, the talk of the tennis world ever since he reached the 3rd round at Wimbledon last month, losing to former finalist David Nalbandian 6-4 in the 5th set. And Murray really hasn't been tested too much here, as he's up 30-15 in the opening game against Rajiv Ram.
Yeah, qualifier Mark Gimmich was pretty much the only one that's put him into any difficulty at all, and that was a straight set 5-4 victory.
Murray does not like people moving in the stands all week, as we wait for a gentleman who is oblivious to sit down. I'm not blaming him. He's sitting down in his chair. That's 40-15.
Great start so far for Murray. I mean, first serve percentage is outstanding. He gets his first serve in. It's big and it's very penetrating. So Ram's going to have his hands full if he keeps serving at this pace.
Murray dressed in all white, wearing the baseball cap today, and again, people are moving.
Game Murray.
As he captures the first game. I'm Kirsten Fairchilds along with Casey Jackson, and you are watching the 2005 Comerica USTA Men's Challenger Tournament. This broadcast is brought to you by Seascape Sports Club, Camp Seascape, Seascape Foods, and Sanctuary Day Spa. Thank you so much to our sponsors as Rajiv Ram receiving the balls tossed in. The 21-year-old here from Carmel, Indiana, a native of Englewood, Colorado. Both of these players unseeded. In fact, both of these players wild cards into the tournament. Neither of them, Casey, had to face a seeded player in this event.
As there weren't any seeds left past the second round.
Rom, 6'4", a classic serve and volleyer. Second serve.
Really attributes his newfound success, though, with Coach Steve DeVries from NorCal is really working on their defensive game, their retrieving game. Already had the power.
Well done by Murray.
Amazing shot, kind of caught Rom off guard as he made the approach. Murray just kind of picked it off, flicked a little cross-court backhand. Great angle, great touch. That's one of the things that you're going to see about this young man is that he's wise beyond his years. 18 years old. Some of the stuff you'll see is why everybody's touting him as a top 10 player, potentially.
And too much from Ram, and he finds himself in a hole.
And if he expects for Murray, Ram, if he expects Murray just to fall over if he hits him hard forehand, it's not going to happen, because you're going to see the other thing that Murray does incredibly well is retrieve. He's going to cover the court really well. 6'1", 150, gets all over the court.
Ram ranked number 291 in the world. Murray 205. That ranking from last week, that was not the cutoff date ranking. Neither could get in on their own when the cutoff date was decided, I believe, 3 weeks ago. Nice serve and volley by Ram for 15-30. Ram, very nice demeanor out in the court, taking his time. He's going to...
Normally they've been in a little bit more control over the movement around the court and had little ropes blocking off in between games where they couldn't go through.
That is just out, 30 all. Well, actually, I don't think that was the movement. The other deck, if they will, perhaps a little too noisy, and Ram looking up there. 30 all. Ram serving down love 1 on serve in the opening set. And the spectators.
One of the things that I found most interesting about Ram, he's just the most personable guy. He's just so easy to talk to, and was just a joy to talk to in our preparation for this match. Just a fine young man. Very well spoken.
Absolutely. Ram, born in Englewood, Colorado, spent the first 5 years of his life in Santa Clara. His father got his PhD in botany and was working at Dow Agri-Services as Ram holds for 1-all, first set. And Ram just spent 1 year at the University of Illinois, Casey, but what a year it was.
Yeah. NCAA doubles champ with partner Brian Wilson, who was here at this tournament, and team won the national championship in 03 also. And phenomenal year.
The teammate, Amir
Delic,
who played here, won the singles championship, so full sweep by the Fighting Illini.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent there. Right off the bat, though, I mean, Ram was tested and really showed his mettle and held off that initial charge that Murray likes to make.
Andrew Murray turned 18 5 weeks ago, born in Dunblane, Scotland, currently residing and training in Barcelona, Spain.
Coached by British veteran Mark Pecci, fine player in his own right.
Played here, in fact, I believe reached the
Many
doubles
times,
final.
Yeah. Very nice player. they were just on a 4-week stint around Wimbledon in the grass court season, and they got along so well that basically we're going to work together and committed to the next year.
Let first serve.
Let first serve. Let's take another look.
So replay the let court.
30-15.
That wide as Murray moves to 30-15.
I think you'll find that Rahm doesn't want to spend a long time in points. He's going to be a little bit more impatient trying to get the point over and not get in the long exchanges that Murray wants to be in. It's been quite a summer for this young man, though. 3 rounds in Wimbledon and almost knocking off the number 17 player in the world, David Nalbandian.
40-15.
Double game point for Murray to take a 2-1 lead in the opening set. Some great retrievals by Rahm, but it doesn't matter as Murray finishes off the point and the game takes a 2-1 lead on
Murray
serve.
leads
Let's
2
check
games
in with one of the sponsors from this broadcast.
The primary sponsor of this telecast is the Seascape Sports Club in Aptos. Seascape Sports Club is the premier family health club on the Monterey Peninsula. Family run for over 20 years, Seascape Sports Club has activities for the entire family, including fitness, swimming, tennis, yoga, Pilates, aerobics, dance, volleyball, basketball, and of course, the fun-filled Camp Seascape for kids 3 to 13. And every July, Seascape is the home for an international men's tennis tournament, the one you're watching now. For more information about Seascape Sports Club, please call 831-688-1993 or visit seascapesportsclub.com. Private lessons, clinics, and Camp Seascape are all available for members and non-members. Seascape Sports Club, the place to relax and get fit.
Underway in the singles championship, Rahm to serve 1-2 in the opening set. Rahm, whose favorite player growing up, Boris Becker, has tried to model his game after Boris Becker and Stefan Edberg as Murray misses out wide, 15 love.
So we show the classic serve and volley style of Raj Ram. Say that 5 times in a row really quick. No, okay.
Big serve down the middle, misses second serve.
Rahm got here by dismantling Noam Okun in the semis.
Just really rolled him.
Yep. Great shot.
Some good ground strokes by Rahm for 30 love. Rahm beating Okun 6-3, 6-1. Also beating his former University of Illinois teammate Omer Delic in the quarterfinal, 6-3, 7-5. Before that, he dropped a couple of sets in his previous 2 matches. But really no trouble with Okun yesterday.
That was a very tough first round for him for the highly touted American junior, Sam Querrey.
Just 17-year-old amateur.
Yep, nice player. Ooh.
40 love.
Inside out forehand winner by Rom for 40-love as Murray's going to.
But you haven't seen a lot of that this week with being really knocked off the court like that by anybody yet. It's kind of a, I mean, in the ATP that's going to happen quite a bit, but nobody's really done that to Murray yet this week.
An easy service game for Rom, tying up this first set at 2 games apiece. And Murray, this is his first time playing a hard court tournament in the United States, and his first challenger final. Same for Rom. This is the best week for the both of them at the challenger level.
And actually, Rom calls it a breakthrough week for him.
Oh, and Murray with some touch for the first point.
15-love.
It's one of the things that just amazes me about Murray is just he's so wise on the court. I mean, usually it takes a little while to figure that type of wisdom out, and he's just right out of the get-go at 18, just doing some great stuff.
Nice drop shot. Rom can't get there. 30-love. Andrew Murray, Andy as he likes to be called, is the reigning U.S. Open Junior champion.
As we show his touch, we were just talking about the all-court wisdom that Murray has. It's just phenomenal touch there, getting the big man running.
Murray entered in the Wimbledon Juniors, but after his third-round showing, withdrew from the event, and the big ace up the middle puts him at 40-love, triple game point. And the inside-out winner game goes to Murray. Let's take another look at one of the sponsors of this Comerica Challenger broadcast.
Another of our wonderful sponsors of this telecast is Seascape Foods in Seascape Village. Just opened, Seascape Foods is proud to offer organic produce, local and handcrafted wine, specialty beers, cheeses, breads, fair trade coffee, personal care products, baby items, pet needs, unique culinary gifts, and delightful children's items in a friendly environment. Let our chef tempt you with his culinary creations in our full-service deli featuring rotisserie chicken, gourmet deli sandwiches, panini, delicious salads, prepared entrees, olive bar, and baked goods. Seascape Foods is open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Seascape Foods is located at 16B Seascape Village in Aptos. Stop by or call them at 831-685-3134.
Andrew Murray learned to play tennis from his mother when he was 3 years old. His mom, Judy, a former wonderful player for Great Britain, introduced her son, Andrew, 3, and his older brother, Jimmy, 4.5. And growing up in Dunblane, Scotland, they didn't have a lot of competition, so they spent a lot of time hitting with one another. And younger bro, Andy, beating his big brother when Andy was just 13, and that was just the start of a lot of wins for this young man. Reached the French Open Junior semifinals 1 year, and again, as I mentioned earlier, the U.S. Open reigning boys junior champion.
Yeah, off to a great start in his career. And we talk about the age factor, and one of the things that I think has brought him around a little bit quicker is he did start playing a lot of the Futures events when he was 15. So he's been around for a little while already. So he's got a little bit more experience than you might guess.
The 6'4" Rom can't come up with that backhand volley. And yes, you can see early what clever play by Murray.
As we show the serve and volley and the short angle return, that's what you're going to see is that he's going to massage the ball around and gain the advantage, and he knows where to put the ball to put his opponent in that disadvantage.
15-all.
15-all.
But he really wants to, Rom really wants to impose his will, his style of game on Murray, and he just feels that nobody's been able to do that yet this week.
Murray's favorite player, according to his coach, Mark Petchy, John McEnroe. Petchy could not compare Murray to any specific player, said he was definitely his own player, as Rahm with another big ace.
To me, it almost looks, he reminds me a little bit of Hewitt in the sense that he covers the court so well and really moves guys around. He's generally you're on a string if he gets the advantage on you. Great volley.
Rajiv Ram started playing tennis at the age of 4, got serious about the sport at the age of 16, and he had some tough years, Casey. He was always very committed to being a serve and volleyer and playing against junior players who could grind it out from the baseline that had been playing for years. He really took his knocks.
Yeah, he stuck with it though, and his style of play is what's gonna end up making him a great player.
Good
Great
footwork
play.
by Ram for the hold. 3-all first set.
Mostly been a doubles player, Raj Ram, as we show him trying to take advantage of the net here, and Murray puts up somewhat of a weak lob, but you remember he's trying to lob the 6'4" Raj Ram, and as you watch Ram put it away.
Ram goes to the towel, something Murray does often as well. 25 seconds in between points, play dictated by the server.
I'd like to see what happens if he was pressed a little bit more on his serve. Nobody's really done that, and it's actually the play I was looking for right there to see if Ram was going to try and do a approach off of his second serve.
Both of these young men will be at Indianapolis next week. Both received wild cards into the tournament, into the main draw. The RCA Championships, as that serve is wide. It's certainly a fun event to watch on TV.
A couple of more smart tournament organizers there getting these guys in.
Ram setting up the point nicely, but again missing the approach. 30 love.
That's been his weak spot so far, has been that trying to go for a little bit too much off that backhand approach, and may have been a little better served his shorter angle, a little softer slice where the ball's not coming up so much.
The double fault for 30-15. Andrew Murray and his coach Mark Petchy staying with Seascape Club members Bill and Susan Howe. And the Howes have housed some great players in the past. Greg Ruzetsky leaps to mind.
I think that's the British connection to the Howes right there. Greg Ruzetsky. They've stayed friends, as I understand, all these years, and the Howes actually go visit that Ruzetsky in England.
Again, another example of how the club members for Seascape really help out for this tournament by housing players, but I think it's a win-win situation for both the players and the families. Get a chance to meet people from different countries and get to learn about professional sports.
Well, a lot of them just spend their whole lives in hotel rooms, and to actually have contact with somebody other than tennis players is probably very refreshing for them. They all seem to appreciate it quite a bit.
Deuce.
Little opening here for Ram.
Think of those approach shots that he missed. Here he is at deuce. First real look, an opportunity to get up in this match.
It was a great semifinal win that he had over the feisty Bobby Reynolds yesterday.
Come on,
Advantage Murray.
Come on, Andy boy.
Wow, that was pretty authentic right there. It was a little better than my
Australian.
My Aussie.
Rom did get the approach shot in there, Casey, but just too loose on the volley. Game point, Murray.
And I think I'll definitely keep my day job.
Rom misses wide as Murray holds 4-3 first set on serve, and a couple of boos, but that shot looking definitely out from our vantage point. And it's been a great week here at the Seascape Sports Club. We remember just a few years ago, Michael Chang came. We've seen some of the older players, but it's been new blood infused into this tournament this week, Casey.
Yeah, it's again, it's where the players want to be. The guys that are going to play the Challenger circuit love this event, and not much of it was televised on the presentation of the doubles, but players went on and on and on about this event and how much they like being here, and they're all coming back, and as did Eric Tino in our little interview after their doubles, and it's just it's a wonderful place, and it's a great club.
It's amazing to hear from the players that sometimes they play challengers and there's no one watching. They have no spectators. They are not at a club. They're perhaps at a college or some other facility. So this is living large for these guys.
Yeah, and it's again, that's a tribute to the organizers. It's put on so well and publicized very well, and you get all the key people involved, and it just, that's the key to the success. Great volunteers, great ball kids, and it's just to Judy Welsh and Paul Kepler and Rick Kepler and Peter Kepler, family affair here at Seascape.
Raj Ram turned pro at the age of 19 in January 2004. Right now, he's ranking 291 in the world. Murray paints the line for love 15.
Love 15.
It's a great shot, great return right at the feet of Raj Ram, as we see, and gave Murray time to set up for that strong forehand down the line that, again, just paced the sideline.
Second serve.
I think Ram was really thinking he had an advantage on that point. That was a huge serve, and Murray just picked it off like it wasn't even there. This is where Murray wants to be, this type of exchange.
Well done by Ram to take advantage, and Murray perhaps tweaks something a little, gets up a little gingerly.
15 all.
As you can see, the ankle brace on Murray's foot. Casey and I actually were not able to talk to Andrew Murray. His coach, Mark Pecci, dealing with the media this week.
There's been no mention of any injury, though. He's been wearing that all week, and that great play by Ram, just playing behind him on that first volley. May have tweaked it a little bit, don't know. Nice exchange. That's not going to make him happy. One of the things that we've watched all week is Murray's fiery competitiveness, and he hates losing 1 point. It's one of the things that really sticks out in my mind over all these matches, is that he just gets so upset when he loses 1 point. But he seems to move on well.
Murray has been winning professional tennis matches since the age of 15. He's won a number of futures.
That's big.
A huge serve by Ram for 40-15.
135, 3 feet up the line. It's tough for anybody to get that. I think everybody was expecting Raj Ram to have more success in doubles this week, as he was a seeded third in that and went down to Levy and Okun in the first round. Oh,
Murray exploiting the second serve of Rom, but still game point. Just long.
Everything seems to be in place for his opponent, going side to side, and as we watch him, just the opponent on the other side of the court, and Murray just sets up, and after he slices a few, just steps up and cracks that backhand down the line, just like that. Great shot.
Rom delivers the big serve.
Certainly knows how to take advantage of that. So many ills, and you get that. If you can get yourself out of trouble with one shot like that, that's his weapon, and certainly gets him out of any trouble that he might be in. Gives him an advantage right here.
And two big serves to hold for 4-all.
Yeah, nothing seems to phase this Raj Ram. He's just had a great week, breakthrough week according to him, and looking for great stuff. He's got the style of the game to become a great grass court player, as I can see. It's just a beautiful, beautiful style for grass. Look for big, great things in the future to come from him.
As his forehand return long, Mark Petchy, who retired from the tour, I believe in 1998, he joked that he was so glad that young Americans like Rom and Bobby and Scoville Jenkins were here this week, so Andy could hang out with them instead of having to hang out with the old man Petchy.
Yeah. Well, and these two actually early in the week, as you never know, they worked out together a lot during the week, as it looked like it might end up be them in the final. They couldn't much hit with each other anymore, but they became friends here.
How does he do it? We have seen 3 examples of him just painting the line, and with such a loose stroke, Casey.
And it looks like, Rom here trying to take control of the net, hits a, nice approach, not quite deep enough, but Murray just picks it off, and I'm sure it didn't hit any portion of green. It was all white right there.
Triple game point for Murray.
Yeah, you want to see Rom get into get more points off of Murray's serve, because it gets a little demoralizing when you start grinding in your service games and your opponent's just holding with complete ease.
And Murray does hold. 5-4 first set on serve. Let's meet one of the other sponsors of this telecast.
The primary sponsor of this telecast is the Seascape Sports Club in Aptos. Seascape Sports Club is the premier family health club on the Monterey Peninsula. Family run for over 20 years, Seascape Sports Club has activities for the entire family, including fitness, swimming, tennis, yoga, Pilates, aerobics, dance, volleyball, basketball, and of course, the fun-filled Camp Seascape for kids 3 to 13. And every July, Seascape is the home for an international men's tennis tournament, the one you're watching now. For more information about Seascape Sports Club, please call 831-688-1993 or visit seascapesportsclub.com. Private lessons, clinics, and Camp Seascape are all available for members and non-members. Seascape Sports Club, the place to relax and get fit.
Little known Rajiv Ram reaching the finals here of the 2005 Comerica USTA Men's Challenger, one of 4 wild cards into this event. The tournament wild card, Andrew Murray, faces him across the net, but boy, this has been a breakthrough and a breakout week for Ram.
Yeah, and I think he's taken advantage of every little bit of it, and certainly getting the wild card in next week in Indianapolis in another main draw tournament, bigger tournament.
Ram graduating from Carmel High School in Indiana, one of the reasons, a suburb of Indianapolis, one of the reasons he got the wild card into the tournament. In fact, getting a lot of press this week, the Indianapolis Star has been dealing with media relations Peter Kepler and making sure to get Ram on the phone after every win. And the London Times running photos by Seascape's own Joyce Tarter and really keeping their tabs on Murray's progress as well.
Yeah, this is a well-covered tournament. Because these guys are, I think everybody knows, these are up-and-coming stars.
Again, Ram having no success trying to break Murray's serve for the most part, but really struggling on his. And here he is down in a hole, love 30, second serve.
Huge moment in the match right now. Don't want to go down love 40.
That's just too good, and he does go down love 40 off the stinging forehand of Murray.
As we watch the approach off of Ram off that second serve, didn't do nearly quite enough, and Ram sticks it in the middle of the court, and Murray just actually has a very simple pass to go up love 40, triple break point. I was going to say we have Ram still got that huge serve to get him back in the game, but now Murray's looking at a second serve. Almost looks like Murray's daring him to come in. Kind of hitting shorter balls.
Ram finds his opportunity. A well-executed point by Rajiv Ram.
Both players massaging the ball back and forth, and Ram finally saw the opening, took advantage of it, and knocked off that great backhand volley down the line.
Still break point, double break point for Andrew Murray.
Good point. Still double break point. See what he's got here. Wanted that one.
He's playing well.
Oh, man.
When behind, but it's still break point and set point for Murray.
Handled the pressure extremely well right there. Not so easy to hit that little running touch cross-court volley. Little drop shot.
Just as Ram will take a look. Very cool-headed, classy demeanor, so as expected, no protestation.
Very close, but I did think it was wide.
Deuce.
Can you believe it? He's fought himself back to deuce, the 21-year-old American.
All of those without a first serve. All second serves there, those last 3 points, and that's a huge tribute to the work that he's put into the game, becoming a great baseline player.
Rahm at the start of the season, start of this year in January, picked up Steve DeVries, Robbie Ginefri's former coach, to have a good relationship, and Rahm has certainly improved very quickly under DeVries' tutelage. And the slice and dice continues.
Wow.
Can you believe it? Rahm finally paints the line, but it's Murray with the backhand winner and the fist pump.
Great shot there. Is again, Rahm looking, try to get to the net there. Baseline exchange, gets the ball he wants to come in on here in a second. Gets it there. And the fine pass down the line by Murray.
Break point number 4 for Murray, and he'll have a second serve to work with.
Just too many break points to work with here. Whoa. Point of the match so far.
As Murray throws his racket, I don't understand why. Rahm came up with a great shot.
Normally, a great exchange here. Rahm gets the ball again that he wants to come in on shortly. Gets it here. Great approach. Not too difficult, though. Covers the shot down the line. Great pass by Murray. Great volley put away.
Back to deuce.
Living dangerously, though. Again, not the first serve.
And a loose forehand, really the first mistake we've seen since Rahm began his comeback in this match, but another break point. Make it number 5 for the young Andrew Murray. Set point as well.
His first serve percentage has been so low in this game that he'd have to be really looking to stick a first serve in here.
And he heard you, and finally an easy point for Rahm.
Certainly knows how to take advantage of that. When he knows exactly after, as we watch his huge serve come in and take advantage of the net, easy put away for him. Gets it back to deuce. But again, I think he's living a little too dangerously right now.
He's living on the edge with all these set points against him. It's another second serve.
He could be making life a lot easier if he got a few more of those first serves in.
He's going to get it.
Oh. Murray hates that. Thought he was in total control of that point as we get to see the approach. And not a real deep approach, but the length of Rahm just covers that volley and covers it again down the line here. But certainly got something back that kept Murray off balance, and Murray dumps it into the net.
Finally a game point for Rahm.
I was just thinking, I hope he changes it up and tries to get the first serve in right down the middle. It's been really going hard to Murray's backhand on the serve. Wow.
Murray makes him pay. Back to deuce, and the breeze really picking up here at Seascape. Perhaps you can hear the flags hitting the pole, and not sure what it's like down on the court.
I actually noticed a good breeze when we were down there when we were doing the interview in the doubles, and come up here, we're nice and protected.
Just in there as Murray has a second look.
Very close.
Game point number 2 for Rom, and an opportunity to send this first set to 5-all.
Yeah, I don't think Rom wanted that. I don't think Rom wanted that close. So we get the great serve, get the advantage, and Rom a little bit too close to the baseline there. But still his point.
Double fault, I guess we can say in this game. At least Rom likes to play when coming from behind. Back to deuce.
He's getting his money's worth this game.
Well, I tell you, I know how when you place perhaps a player like Andrew Murray, you feel so much pressure on your serve that you're just not willing to lob it in there.
Right.
Murray will just plaster it. So here we are, back to deuce.
I don't think he was necessarily going for too much there, but.
He's got it. What an exchange, what defense by Rom, but it does not pay off in the long run.
Longest point of the match. We're going to watch the point as they keep massaging the ball around. And Rom misses the forceful forehand. Didn't get it.
Break point number 6, set point number 6 for Andrew Murray. Let's see what Rom comes up here with the serve. Went for the big cheese. He's finally done it. Murray with the break and the first set 6-4. Can the 18-year-old hold on for his first challenger title, or will Rom make a match of it?
My anti-drug is dance.
Thanks for staying with us after such an entertaining doubles final. Here we are with the pretty good singles match after all.
No question. It's everything we were expecting, and the style of plays. They're both playing their own style, and unfortunately for Raj Ram, he is, you know, his style was not up to the task here in the first set, and you know, Murray is showing what everybody's all excited about. He's a true talent.
Well, it could be a different story, however. Rom first serve inconsistently, Casey. I mean, missing so many and still able to hang in such a tightly contested game.
And I'm sure that's the first thing he'll talk about after the match is, you know, his first serve percentage was ridiculously low for what he wants to do out there, because that sets everything up for him at that first serve.
The talk of the town, there he is, 18-year-old Andrew Murray, the pride and the hopes of Great Britain. Casey, we spoke with Mark Petchy, and what was his quote to you about the state of tennis in the United Kingdom?
He said the UK is starved. I think they're starved mostly for somebody to finally win Wimbledon. I don't know that they're starved for good players. They've got a number of good players, but I think he's more directly talking about somebody from Great Britain to actually win Wimbledon, and it's been on the onus has been on Henman for so long, and now, you know, it seems like Andrew Murray is the heir apparent to that burden almost, you know, and you know he's taking it pretty well, but I think it might be a little bit overwhelming for him at this point, being an 18-year-old and, you know, with not a lot of court experience yet.
The winner of this match accepts a check for $10,800 and 60 ATP singles points. The finalists will receive $6,360 and 42 ranking points. And at this time of the year, as Murray delivers a double fault, it's so important because this tournament is the cutoff date for acceptance into the U.S. Open.
I'm sure we'll see him there. Pretty hot commodity right now.
Loose point by Rahm. First show of emotion, really, by Rahm. 15 all.
A number of people told us that this is the last time we'll see him here, though. It's pretty much guaranteed that he's going to move on to bigger and better things. But he'll always remember that he was at Aptos.
Just like Patrick Rafter, Greg Ruzetsky, Jan Michael Gamble, Wayne Ferreira. Gamble actually entered into this tournament but withdrew because of a problem he's had with shin splints. He is the 1997 Challenger champion.
It was, at one point, it was just a tremendous draw, and a lot of great players pulled out with injury.
Murray's going to get there. This guy paints more lines. It's amazing.
Yeah, you would think if it only happened every once in a while that it was luck, but as we watch here, and again, Rahm trying to take advantage of the net, thought he had a winner, and Murray just chased the thing down, sticks the thing right on the line.
40-15.
The ace for 40-15.
Yeah, and then he can come up with stuff like that. I mean, just phenomenal serve for an 18-year-old.
Game Murray.
Murray
First
holds
game, second set.
1-love, second set, as the two players change sides. And Andrew Murray, according to his coach, a big boxing fan, loves to watch Fight Night. And he, of course, like any teenager, likes to play PlayStation and all that. But, you know, as we said, unable to talk to him yesterday. I had to go through the coach. But, you know, if just turned 18, perhaps that's not too bad of a plan by Coach Petchy, and keep his teenager a little normal, or as normal as can be.
Well, he's getting a ton of attention right now, and you know, Petchy's doing his light work for him.
The non-tennis work.
Little boxing term.
Love 15.
Rahm missing the volley for love 15. Casey, your thoughts? How is Rahm going to get himself into this match a little more?
Well, and Murray's not going to let him in if it's up to him. He's just, again, the only thing we've really picked out that, you know, that Rahm's having any difficulty with is that first serve, and I think he may be counting on that a little bit too much at this point, because it's certainly not it's not helping him right now.
The winner for love 30. Well, Rahm, a serve and volleyer, and he has let us know that he needs to get that first serve in. When you're playing on the circuit, a second serve and coming in is not going to do it against these guys, and that's kind of the situation he finds himself in here.
I mean, he won't come in. He won't come in behind the second serve, but if it is, it's very sparingly.
Finally, he misses, and he falls to his knees or bends over afterwards.
Amazing thing. I mean, he's
chastises himself, looking for
perfection.
Missing
that. It's clear advantage in the match. Wants every point.
Would have given him love 40 instead. 15-30.
Of course, that's what the great ones do. They push themselves to excellence.
Rahm handles it delicately as Murray has a look at his coach, Mark Petchy, sitting over in the corner.
30 all.
Again, Murray gets the great low return, but makes the nice low response. But Rahm's right there with the great drop volley, and then the put away on the simple overhead.
40-30.
Huge ace. Hey, that's what a first serve looks like.
There's your answer right there. That's what he needs to do.
Game point for Rahm to even the second set at 1 apiece. And the fans, certain fans coming alive here off the great play by Andrew Murray.
Yeah, again, it's a kind of a weak first volley by Rahm, and sets up the easy swinging volley from Murray.
Break point for Murray.
Great return game by Murray, keeping the pressure on him here. Everything's low. Nothing really he can get a good hit on in the air. And if it is in the air, he's hitting it off the shoe tops.
Murray, I think, a little upset. Although that point didn't pay off in his favor, he's hitting another baseline.
He was just showing us the shot that he would have thought he should hit right there.
Back to deuce.
Almost to the pain of one of the umpires.
Murray has not dropped a set in this tournament. His closest set in the second round against lucky loser Mark Kimmich of Australia. Pushed him to 7-5, 6-4. As you mentioned, Casey, definitely his closest match of the tournament.
That was a great match. Kimmich, one of the really good movers that I've seen this week.
He actually did the splits,
Yep.
Although he had to walk it off afterwards while going for a ball, a la Kim Kleisers, as Murray bounces his racket, and Rahm again. He's pretty slippery. He's able to get out of these break points, although too many came a-calling in that first set. Big serve. Great volley, and Rahm holds 1-all second set, and Murray, the 18-year-old, showing a lot of emotion out there.
Well, that's one of the things I would have really wanted to see in that first set was if Rahm could actually pull that game off, that long game that eventually Murray won to win the set. See how Murray would have reacted in that very next service game, because it's very difficult after a long game that you maybe feel that you should have broken to actually come through and hold in the next serve.
Second serve. There you go. He has not missed many, and we have not seen the line umpires' arms coming up too much, but missed one there.
Did you catch what he said there? I didn't hear that.
So maybe great. That was great. And an opportunity for Rahm. Love 30. Murray digging himself into this hole at the moment.
One of the very few unforced errors that Murray's had all day.
15-30.
Big first serve for 15-30.
Yeah.
15-40.
Double break point for Rahm.
Rahm, I think one of his only hopes in this match is to break up the rhythm that Murray has, and picking that shot to come in off of was certainly a way to do that. Great approach. Oh. Almost appears as though Murray has eyes in the back of his head there because lob went up and Murray went to hit the backhand overhead. And it looked as though normally they'll go to the open court, but Rahm went to the open court and Murray went behind him for the winner. Great backhand overhead.
Still break point.
Deuce.
And back to deuce as Rahm misses.
Couple of missed opportunities there.
Advantage Murray.
Great first serve there by Murray. Quickly, possibly dashing the hopes of an advantage here in the second set by Rahm.
Just long, second serve.
Great play.
The 6'4" frame of Rahm gets up and delivers. Back to deuce.
I'd like to see a little bit more of that. I think that's a great play to try and take advantage off of a weak second serve. Actually, it wasn't all that bad. A pretty decent second serve. And Rahm stuck it about 4 inches from the baseline. Got a weak lob.
Advantage Murray.
Murray with another game point.
Coming in behind that second serve also will help your footwork, make that approach, stick that shot a little bit better. Got forced with a body shot there.
Wide. Murray holds, takes a 2-1 advantage in the second set. We're going to take a short break, but don't you dare go away. We'll come back with more of this men's championship match of the 2005 Comerica Challenger in just a moment.
Some people would do just about anything for free cable, like buying an unauthorized device and hooking it up to a cable line, or tampering with an outside lockbox. What they just don't get is that theft of cable service is a crime that can affect picture quality and increase rates for everybody in the neighborhood. If you suspect someone may be stealing cable, be sure to contact your local operator. Remember, to get great cable service, let us hook you up.
Comcast high-speed internet has always been fast.
Just let me download this big old file.
But it's not just speed.
Okay.
It's what you do with it.
Whoa. Wait, one more.
And now that we're raising ours to 4 megs, photos and music download faster than ever.
Last one, I promise.
And features like photo show and video mail work even better. Because no one likes to wait. Comcast, America's #1 high-speed internet provider. Still for the same low price. Call 1-888-COMCAST today.
men's professional tennis on display at the Seascape Sports Club in Aptos. Rajiv Ram, second serve, serving 1-2. And Ram with the overhead winner for 15 love.
15 love.
Great pressure that Ram put on Murray there. Again, like to see a lot more of that. And it seems if he does stick his first volley, he's very tough to handle, and Murray doesn't have a lot of answers when he gets that. Great stuff. Great stuff.
2 quick points by Ram for 30 love.
You can see why his doubles ranking is so high right now.
Ram's biggest win. Coming over Wesley Moody, 176 in the third at Indianapolis last year. Wesley Moody, of course, with his partner, the qualifying team, to come out and get through and win Wimbledon. I think that's just the greatest story ever. A qualifying team winning Wimbledon. Talk about a huge paycheck.
Yeah. Game round.
I don't know what happened to Murray there, but Ram records the game 2-all.
That was an odd response there. I don't know if it was just like trying to get the ball to the ball boy, knew the point was over, or thought the point was over. I have no idea. Just kind of coughed that up a little bit too soon.
I think he was done playing.
Yeah. Well, that point anyway.
Stayed with that one for the forehand winner, 15 love.
Yeah, and the only time Ram really gets in trouble with that stuff,
15 love.
So he sticks something back that's kind of weak, middle of the court right here. He's going to get past every time with a quality player like Murray. But it's worth his chance. That's his game. That's his style. That's what got him here. That's what he's not going to change it now. Great stuff.
Both players playing extremely well on that point.
Great stretch there as Murray gets off the court. Ram hits a great approach down the middle of the court. Looks like Murray's got a winner here, but again, Ram with that 6'4" frame just covers it and sticks it down the line for a winner.
The wide wingspan.
Yeah.
I think people have said that about you too.
A little bit. I just wish I could move like that to get there so I didn't have to cover so much.
Murray finishing off the point. Casey, I noticed when we saw Ram play Okun yesterday, Ram was coming over a lot more backhands, driving a lot more backhands. We've seen very few today. Why?
I think early on he didn't have much success with it, and he was, pumped out and hit out on a few of them, and they went terribly long. And I think he's lost his confidence in it pretty quick. I think he still thinks he can hit it, but right now it's just servicing a baseline rally.
Big serve by Murray for 40-15.
Almost would like to have seen the replay on that after that long point just a couple of seconds ago, the Henman-like fist pump that Murray put on.
As Murray finishes off the point and takes a 3-2 lead in the second set, up 1-0. Casey, as mentioned, Andrew Murray, kind of the hope of UK tennis right now, of Great Britain. And I think already, although it's just been a few weeks past Wimbledon, if the young kid had $1 for every time he heard Tim Henman in his ear, he'd be doing pretty well.
Yeah, and by no means, I don't think anybody's trying to say that Henman's done or anything like that, but I think that, again, the quote from his coach, Murray's coach, Mark Petchey, was that Britain's starved. They need somebody to come along. They don't have a wealth of young players at this point, and he's certainly their hope. And my goodness, I mean, look at him. He's coming along and just playing great.
Well, we have a number of great crew members out here today, and here's one of them, Bill Finch, one of the co-coaches of Aptos High School, helping out our graphics person today, John Boucher, keeping score, and Bill doing a great job, thanks to him.
When I was a kid, I dreamed of becoming the best. Of course, I do more than dream. I make plans for what's going to happen to me in the future. I actually got up and did something about becoming a champion. I went out and worked hard. I trained very hard. I always have to get a new resolve to get better and new goals. There's a lot of constructive things that you can do. I don't have to mess around with drugs because I know it's not good for me. And it's not good for anything that I do. Drugs kill dreams. It's just not worth it. But it's always, you have the choice. You have to make the best one.
A great day out here, a fun event for us at KRUZ Channel 4 on Comcast Cable. Rom with the serve.
Great stuff there by Rom. Just, ooh, wow, great combo. Kind of went behind Murray on that second volley and kept Murray off balance for the weak lob that went long. Wow.
Rom had every response for Murray on that one.
It's one of the things I've noticed about Murray all week is that he just absolutely just hates to get toyed with, and certainly felt that he got toyed with there as he was trying to toy with Rom, and Rom just was the master of Murray's game right there with the touch.
This is the first meeting between these two players. It seems like Rom's getting to know Murray's game a little more. Realize he's got to hit it where he isn't, and that approach just not good enough as Murray makes him pay.
And again, there's that great return right at his feet as we see it here. Murray with a simple backhand pass down the line.
Murray always has such a world-weary look on his face. Kind of reminds you of the young teenager just turned 18.
Yeah, pretty intense youngster. But again, that's how they get great, huh?
Settle for nothing less than perfection, but I am impressed with Rom. I thought he might go away at the start of the second set, getting in trouble so early on his service game, but he really seems to have found some fine form.
Yeah, he wants to stick around a little bit longer.
Double game point for Rom to force 3-all.
Great serve. Great serve.
That'll do it. 3-all the score in the second set.
Just letting Murray know he's still there. Wide-angled, tough serve, boy.
As we have
huge stuff.
Change for new balls. You know, I've been doing such a good job finding out everyone's favorite meal, and for Andrew Murray, he's been frequenting downtown Capitola Village with his coach Mark Petchey, and they've been going to Il Pirata Ristorante Italiano, and Murray has the same thing for breakfast, bagels and cream cheese every morning, and he has the same penne puttanesca at Il Pirata every night.
I'm glad you said that. I got no shot at that one.
We'll leave the Australian to you, my friend. I'll handle the Italian.
There
It's
you
a
go.
great approach shot.
Believe me, your Italian is way better than my Aussie.
And as for Rajiv Ram, he's been staying at the house of Sharon and Mike Hadley. Sharon Hadley, of course, the fish lady. Owns the Fish Lady store here in town.
You're getting a lot of plugs in the last couple.
Yeah, I gotta get him. Yeah, everyone knows the Fish Lady, but the
Yep.
funny thing is the best meal he's had has been the skirt steak. So the Fish Lady makes a mean skirt steak. Big ace out wide for 40 love. Shades of the first set. Murray holding easily here while Rahm struggling on his serve. Murray holds with ease. Let's take a look at one of the other sponsors responsible for this telecast.
Another of our wonderful sponsors of this telecast is Seascape Foods in Seascape Village. Just opened, Seascape Foods is proud to offer organic produce, local and handcrafted wine, specialty beers, cheeses, breads, fair trade coffee, personal care products, baby items, pet needs, unique culinary gifts, and delightful children's items in a friendly environment. Let our chef tempt you with his culinary creations in our full-service deli, featuring rotisserie chicken, gourmet deli sandwiches, panini, delicious salads, prepared entrees, olive bar, and baked goods. Seascape Foods is open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Seascape Foods is located at 16B Seascape Village in Aptos. Stop by or call them at 831-685-3134.
Thanks to Seascape Foods, one of our many sponsors, and a couple people up on the deck enjoying the view here at the Seascape Sports Club in Aptos. A pretty good singles championship between Rahm, the American, and Murray, the Scot. And Rahm serving 3-4 to a smattering of applause. I think the spectators really wanting to dig in here and get to a just intense play on every point.
Great shot.
Murray right in front of his coach, gives him the bark.
15-1.
Try to get you a shot of Mark Petchey, the former Great Britain Davis Cupper, in a little bit. Love, second serve. Sprays the forehand, 15-all.
Seems to stay on the point nicely, and then when he feels like he has to hit out on something, there's not a lot of confidence going on that either side right now. He's been spraying the take advantage ground stroke, forehand and backhand a little bit. Great stuff. Great return.
The penetrating return draws the volley error, 15-30.
That's a tough second serve. Rahm just hit, and Murray just so on balance, just picks it off in the air, just lets the pace of the serve take over in his racket, and just sticks it right where he wants it. Dangerous time here, right here for Rahm.
Ball kid doing a good job getting out of the way of that bullet.
Wow.
Unlucky for Rahm. Apologize, and it's double break point for Murray.
Great play there. Again, Rahm gets him off court a little bit, and Murray just sticks a little floater up, and here's the luck with a little left court right here, and Rahm off balance, and Murray with a simple put away. Great serve.
That's an ace for 30-40.
Great response there. First serve wide. First serve ace wide. Getting back in the game a little bit. Needs another one of those right here. Not enough there.
Again, he's been in a hole before. Rom, gosh, he plays great comeback tennis.
I think as a serving volley, I mean, just from personal experience at a much lower level than these guys, of course, but as a serving volleyer, you know, you're used to doing that. You're used to, you know, it's, you know, win or lose the point, and you learn to dig yourself out of it when you're a serving volleyer, and you know, he knows he's got that serve to fall back on, and if he sticks that first volley, he's in a big advantage. Nope.
Advantage Murray.
Break point number 3 for Murray in this game.
Bad error there.
Mark Petchey in the gray sweatshirt, former British Davis Cupper, but there's two kind of important people sitting in front of them. Introduce us to you, Casey.
White hats, my brother-in-law Bruce Francis, and my son with his little Atlanta Braves hat on. That was his team in Little League.
Good company.
Yeah.
Good company. He's Mark Petchey's keeping.
Yep. And he doesn't even know it.
Doesn't even know it.
Nope. Game Murray. Murray leads 5-3.
Murray comes through with a break and serves for the match. He is yet to lose a set in this tournament and stands on the brink of capturing his first challenger title. And people are moving like crazy, so Murray will wait a moment.
Last stand time for Rom.
Double fault for Love 15. I better take this opportunity to acknowledge our crew today. Executive producer and director of this broadcast, Stefan Busick. John Pirelli is KRUZ's video engineer. On graphics today, John Boucher. On instant replay, Doug Gallagher. Our camera crew today, Woody Carroll, Ron Losey, Craig Judson, and Sean Cohalen, and our scorekeeper, Bill Finch. Thanks to everyone. Great job today. As Rom looking for the break here, he's going to head on home.
Too good.
Wide is the call, and the spectator single wide as well. And Murray coming over and taking a look. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention our audio engineer today.
Atta girl.
Andrew Busick. I'm Kirsten Fairchild along with Casey Jackson, and big congratulations to our instant replay operator, Doug Gallagher. 2 days ago hit his first hole-in-one. Have to mention that since I was one of the beneficiaries of having a soda pop. Congratulations, Doug. Thanks for your hard work today.
I was pretty happy there to see that Murray didn't spend a lot of time questioning that call.
I actually thought it was wide, Casey.
Yeah,
I know you thought.
yeah, but still, I mean, I'm glad he didn't question it, you know. He's got more important things to deal with right now.
And that is wide. So this sideline here getting some work.
That sideline umpire is probably is thinking, well, this thing's almost over. You know? Gets a couple of real tough calls here to make here at the end of the match as it hits, and tough call to make from here for sure.
That one looked a little closer than the last one.
I thought so.
Nevertheless, the calls stand.
Wow.
30 all. So Rom really with an opportunity in that game, but again, just a ground stroke floating a little long.
Well, Murray put great pressure on him with that deep baseline shot. Just fell down right inside the baseline, and Rom couldn't get much on it.
Big serve. Perhaps the net card throwing Rom out. Match point. Andrew Murray serving 40-30. Murray took the first set 6-4, serving 5-3, 40-30. Long second serve. He's done it. Andrew Murray is the 2005 Comerica USTA men's singles champion, 6-4, 6-3 over Rajiv Ram of Indiana. The young Scot continues to roll on the men's professional tour.
Let's give these guys another round of applause.
There we go.
Great week.
Well, as advertised, Andrew Murray showed why everybody's all excited about him. He is he's our champion this year. He got a big smile on his face, as you can see. My goodness, look, you know, I'm sure we won't see him around again. He is, as advertised, great player. Look for great things from him. What a great week for Raj Ram from Indiana. What a great player. Expect great things from him. I think that right now Ram's probably a little behind in the development that Murray is. Murray's just going to be, he's got top 10 written all over him, and expect just huge things from him and be fun to watch.
Ram picks up 42 ATP singles points and $2,700. Excuse me. Picks up 42 singles points, $6,360. Murray pockets $10,800 and 60 ATP singles rankings points. Let's check in now with one of our sponsors.
Another of our wonderful sponsors of this telecast is the Sanctuary Day Spa in Seascape Village. Transport yourself to another world, a world free from stress and tension, a place where nurturing, stress relief, and relaxation start the moment you arrive. Rejuvenate in one of our 3 steam showers and experience true day spa treatments in one of our 13 treatment rooms. Revive and renew your body, mind, and spirit at Sanctuary Day Spa, a true day spa experience. We are proud to announce the opening of our medical spa with Dr. Marie Pletch as medical director. Experience Botox, restyling, photofacials, and laser hair removal in a safe and relaxing environment. Sanctuary Day Spa is located at 16A Seascape Village in Aptos. Find them on the web at www.sanctuarydayspa.com or call them at 831-688-7727.
The primary sponsor of this telecast is the Seascape Sports Club in Aptos. Seascape Sports Club is the premier family health club on the Monterey Peninsula. Family run for over 20 years, Seascape Sports Club has activities for the entire family, including fitness, swimming, tennis, yoga, Pilates, aerobics, dance, volleyball, basketball, and of course, the fun-filled Camp Seascape for kids 3 to 13. And every July, Seascape is the home for an international men's tennis tournament, the one you're watching now. For more information about Seascape Sports Club, please call 831-688-1993 or visit seascapesportsclub.com. Private lessons, clinics, and Camp Seascape are all available for members and non-members. Seascape Sports Club, the place to relax and get fit.
Welcome back to Seascape Sports Club in Aptos for the interview with the men's champion winner of the 2005 Comerica USTA Men's Challenger from Scotland, 18-year-old Andrew Murray, a 6-4, 6-3 winner over Rajiv Ram today. First of all, Andy, congratulations. This is your first Challenger win. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, this is very important, and I'm very happy that I managed to win. It's the first time I've been past the quarterfinals of a Challenger since I was 16, so it's been a long wait, but I played very well all week and I didn't drop a set, so I'm pretty happy with the way I played.
What did you feel about the match against Rajiv?
It was very, very tough. Normally the way that he plays, his serve volley, it kind of suits my game because I return very well, but he covered the net so well, and I was getting a bit frustrated because I was hitting some shots that I thought were going to go straight past him, but he managed to pick them up and he made it a tight match. And unfortunately for him, he missed a lot of first serves in the final part of the sets, and I managed to get a break in the last game of each set.
Well, you've been impressive all week long. I know Casey was impressed. Casey?
Congratulations, Andrew. Since I think Patrick Rafter was here, and we all just noticed what a supreme talent he was. I don't think anybody's really created the stir that you've created here, and it's just really fun to watch. And I know that everybody's going to be watching you in the future, and the promise is there. But talk to us a little bit about your goals, and you don't need to put a number on it, but I mean, you've had just such a whirlwind tour here this summer, and talk a little bit about what your personal goals are and professional goals for your future.
Well, firstly, I want to get into the top 100 in the world. After this week, I'm going to be around 160. And then obviously, once you're in top 100, you can play in most of the ATP tournaments, and then you really see what level you can get to. So I'm going to concentrate on getting to the top 100 first, and then after that, I'll just have to see how good I can be.
Yeah, I think everybody's talking top 10, and not to put any pressure on you, but it's just we talked a lot on air about your wiser than your years, and some of the plays that I watched you make this week were just phenomenal, and I just want to congratulate you. It was a joy to watch, and we're looking for great things in the future. So.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. He's got a flight to catch,
Yep.
so we'll let him go.
Yep.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you
Andrew Murray
Thank you,
from
Andrew.
Scotland.
Good luck.
We will see more of him in the future, no doubt, whether it's on at the Grand Slams or
exciting.
perhaps back here in Aptos. Well, Casey, we had a great doubles match. Eric Taino, Nathan Healy coming through, and then now with Andrew Murray, both straight sets victories. Usually here on this championship day, we have at least a match that goes to an extra set, but not today.
Not today. It was just quality tennis. The people that came through were clearly the dominant players in singles and doubles, and what a great event, great sports day. Tiger wins the British Open, and Lance takes a stranglehold in the Tour de France. What could be better?
And
So.
Andrew Murray
And
winning
Andrew
the
Murray.
singles title here at Seascape Sports Club. Well, again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Seascape Sports Club, Camp Seascape, Seascape Foods, and Sanctuary Day Spa. On behalf of our entire KRUZ crew and my partner, Casey Jackson, I'm Kirsten Fairchild. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time from Seascape Sports Club.